terms, it's simply a question of what might have been. An incident in a game where, had it gone the other way, would have altered history. For example, say John Terry had scored that penalty in Moscow in 2008. Chelsea would have been European champions and Avram Grant would have the biggest medal in continental club football to his name. It stands to reason then that he would have stayed at Stamford Bridge for a bit longer, meaning that Luis Felipe Scolari wouldn't have got a look in. Would he have done better than the World Cup winning Brazilian, who only lasted till February the following year? And could he have improved upon Chelsea's third-place finish? And as for United, who won the title that season, would defeats in that Moscow final have led to Cristiano Ronaldo leaving the club for Real Madrid a year earlier? And would that have meant that Rafa Benitez's Liverpool won the Premier League instead of them? That's a pretty big butterfly effect, all from one missed penalty kick going the other way. And if you want to dig a bit deeper, there's plenty more that could have been affected. What if Anthony Knockaert had scored his penalty against Watford? We'd have been denied the Troy Deeney moment, sure, but might Leicester have gone on to win promotion to the Premier League earlier than scheduled? And would that have meant that Claudio Ranieri would never make it to the King Power? Would Arsenal or Tottenham, therefore, have been champions in 2016? The most significant sliding doors moment perhaps ever, though, was Paul Gascoigne, Wembley, June 1996. What if this had gone in? That golden goal would have sent England to the Euro 96 final against Czech Republic. 30 years of hurt could well have come to an end. There's so many of these moments that could have altered destiny forever. What if Shearer had signed for United? Would Lampard's ghost goal against Germany have kick-started England's World Cup back in 2010? What if Sam Allardyce didn't get bogged down in all that controversy and denied Gareth Southgate the England job? Does make you think.
Good morning, 5 minutes past 6 o'clock. Friday's amongst us, lovely jubbly. talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark, buy a used car and get a free 2-year service plan, plus get an extra 500 quid when you part exchange. Shop the upgrade event today. And Ray Earpiece Parlour.
Well, I can't even get him in there.
I told you were nearly rushed to Guy's Hospital.
I was
emergency operation on your
one of these little
your
buds
eardrum.
out. One of the little buds last show. got stuck in my ear. I mean, you take him out during the break, I went bang.
No.
The thing come out, but the bud didn't.
Oh dear.
So I was panicking at one stage. A lollipop, what they've got at the reception here, that saved the day out in the end. So Sim got it out in the end, but it was I was panicking a little bit. I could end up in Guy's Hospital.
Oh dear.
Trying to get it out.
You don't want to be in hospital, that's for sure. It's our first show since John Joe Neal's a month ago yesterday. Can you believe it? 4 weeks ago, we were at Jackdaws. Now, we're going to talk football soon, but first, what a first day of the Masters in Augusta. Rory, sorry, what are you looking at me like that for? I thought we were going to hear about the show from John Joe's. Oh, God, murder. Talk football soon, but first, what a first day of the Masters in Augusta. Rory, Scheffler, Rose, Justin's in there. Reid and Lowry, all right up there. But if you back Ram or DeChambeau, then your money is dwindling. Ray, did you? I
did do John Rahm. I thought he'd have a good.
I did.
I thought he'd have a good tournament. I really fancied him beforehand. I think he was second favourite, Al, before it started. But I watched it. I didn't see the end of Rory's round, but he was a bit of hit and miss at the front at the start. But he's putting again.
A bit wayward off the tee.
Yeah, a little bit wayward.
His recovery is sensational.
And it looks immaculate at the course. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic. The greens, they are true, but it's difficult as well. And Larry done well, didn't he? I thought he was getting out of it. And then
his touch around the greens is
he come back. But yeah, some really good performances. Patrick Reed was very good. I think he got 2 eagles yesterday.
Well, that's where Rory's struggling. Par 5, Rory.
Well, usually
I know.
He's hit mile, didn't he, Rory? It's brilliant watching.
It's fascinating. It really is. I couldn't wait for it yesterday. And I wasn't. I said earlier on air the last couple of days I'm not having a bet, but I did. In the end, I did, and I backed.
Oh, you're in a good position. You are.
Well, I ended up backing Rory at 12s and backed Scheffler at just under 6.
Oh, he's 2 under, isn't he, Scheffler?
Yeah, so I've got a fighting chance.
You got lovely little over the weekend now. You'll be glued to this.
Well, I'll see how today goes, and I might back 1 or 2 of the ones that are coming up. There is 1 or 2 there. Patrick Reed, as you said, no one likes him, but he is a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Scheffler, I just feel Scheffler. He looks more at ease. He
just grinds it out, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
he knows what he's doing.
Looks, I watched that first day when all the kids were out and they were knocking the ball about, and Tommy Fleetwood was having
a hole in one, didn't he, Tommy? Yeah. The old par 3 one.
And Rory looked relaxed as well, and I thought, I'm going to take a chance here. So we'll see.
Kitayama, Day's up there, Al. Lowry's 2 under. Scheffler, he's always up there, Scheffler, isn't he? Justin having a brilliant round.
Justin,
he's 2 under again.
Why Justin can't go at the final day in the top 3, 4. There's no reason why, because he loves the course.
Yeah, no, he's always very consistent.
Is it 3 runners up Justin's had, something like that?
Well, he knows it inside out. And again, you're right what you said, it's all about putting. It's all about putting, especially that last day. You need the good putters. Well, you get the 8 foot to 10 footers, every one of them.
I wanted to bat Oberg, but I just think he's got one bad round.
I've done him. I've done him and John Rahm.
I want Tommy to win, but I know on the final day, can Tommy make the big putts? I'm not sure he can.
Yeah. No, it should be interesting to see what happens, Al. But another good day. And racing. We was looking at the racing as well, Al. The Graham National tomorrow. It's a great weekend of football.
Sports Bar Dave.
He's got one going.
I can't back it. It's called Teddy Blue. There's no chance. I can't back it with a name like that.
Oh, you're
No, it's a big price. So you probably get 33 somewhere each way.
Yeah. Well, that's worth a little go, isn't it? I'm sure he'd be bang.
Well, what he said to me was, right, and this is straight from the Teddy's mouth. He said, if he takes to the fences, he'll run a big race.
Yeah.
He's not been over them before.
Oh, wow. But it's worth having a little go, though.
Oh, a little fiver each way, yeah.
Exactly.
Right, last night, yesterday afternoon, Gabby was on, I'd still in Petrov. I thought the Villa game was going to be tough, and I looked at the result this morning. I thought, not easy. But having read the report, Bologna played well.
Yeah. They had a couple of chances, but Villa, what a great win. So I mean, that third goal is very important, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Ollie Watkins is third.
Villa winning 3-1 in Italy, which is a great result against any top Italian side. In Italy, you might say they're not a top side. Bologna are decent. And Forest, what about Forest? A good draw away in Porto. That is a great result for a side that's struggling.
Superb. And the City ground will be buzzing on that second leg, won't they? And you fancy Forest being at home, under the lights. I think they've got every chance now of getting through. And Porto, you see the own goal? Oh, 35 yards, 40 yards own goal.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
By the way, we shouldn't forget Palace as well.
Yeah.
In the Conference League, Palace battered Fiorentina 3-0 at Selhurst. And Olivia, who was on yesterday, she was man-marked yesterday on all accounts. Oh, yeah, talk about man-marking. Wow. She was on duty for TNT. Old Tom, her other half, is not happy. Look away, Tokyo Tom.
Oh, there we go.
Have we got it? Come on! I can't hear it. Oh, look at that, right? What's going on here? Hey? Is she a bit unsteady in her feet? Is it helping her stand up straight?
She got roller skates on or something?
Anyway, listen, you can see it on the videos and stuff like that on YouTube, but you can't hear it, which is great. Well done, guys. I sound a right dipstick, don't I? Right.
All the people in their cars going, I didn't have it.
He's been out last night. What's up? What's he on about? Look at that. That's hello. Right. If Palace win the Conference League, great. Are they considered a winning club? Are they?
Yeah, it's a trophy. Now, it's another trophy, and it'd be amazing for Glasner, to win the FA Cup last year. And if they can somehow get to the final, I'm sure the Palace fans have enjoyed every single away trip in Europe.
Palace have, how to say this? I almost said overachieved.
It's an up and down season for a minute. It looked like it all falling out. It looks like Glasner was going to leave, and some of the players have left. Obviously, Gabe's a big loss for them during that window.
I think if Palace can finish halfway in the Premier
and win a trophy again,
it's
fantastic.
It's great.
And that's what it's all about. Look at the West Ham fans who won it.
And Spurs.
Well, no, I'm not saying they won the Conference League. They had a great time. They still talk about it now down the road.
It's done them the world are good in it.
Well. Just thinking about that, did you watch the game the weekend? Leeds, what a game.
Oh,
unbelievable. I mean, the drama in that.
Fantastic.
Everybody had left the stadium at 2-0, thinking they can't get back.
Would you?
I didn't. I thought they had no chance of getting any.
Would you let the West Ham fans in? I would.
Well, yeah, you probably would. But there might be fans outside who wasn't already in there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
But you can just for the last half an hour. I mean,
the drama was amazing.
And then you got the young keeper coming on for the penalties, and I was laughing when he kept going like that. He was that close to getting it.
Yeah.
but they was hitting it with good power, and that's what cup football's all about, isn't it? And in running now to get a 2-2 draw in 90 minutes was amazing for West Ham. You're thinking that's going to push them on and go and get through now. But fair play to Leeds, and the Leeds fans were brilliant. West Ham fans were great at the end. They really got behind their team, and I think they had 9,000 fans turn up for Leeds.
Amazing.
Yeah, on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So they would have had a good little party on the way back on the train, I'm sure. But that's what it's all about.
If I'm being honest, I'd be gutted if Leeds get drawn in. And look, they're only 33 points. They're banging it again, aren't they?
And what a big game tonight, West Ham. West Ham have got home. They've got to try and definitely win this one. I mean, if they can win this one tonight, it really puts the pressure back on the teams around them. Forest, Leeds, Spurs. And they can't drop no points tonight. It's one of them where you got to win it. You got to win that game tonight against Wolves. They've got to want it more. They've got to take their chances, and if they can get a win tonight, then it puts them in a decent position.
Well, I was going to show you some of the highlights from Palace on the YouTube video with a ticker tape. It didn't quite work out, but Tokyo Tom, we've given him a job now. And he still doesn't know what button to press. So he's had a bad night. It's the end of an era for Liverpool. That's coming up.
Let's go to Jay. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Jay?
All right, Jay.
How you doing, lads?
All right, matey.
I'm all right, Jay. You happy?
Yeah. No, I'm not, mate. No, not really.
What do you mean?
That was absolutely diabolical. Where was Martinelli tonight? Where was he?
What do you mean? You just got one of the best assists of the season.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, we're flying, aren't we, lads? Do you know what happened? Me and me boy. Listen, me and me boy.
Final of the Champions League. 1-0.
Me and me boy. I mean, mate that I work with, he's a Tottenham fan, right? So we've got a Tottenham fan in between us. We got the 68 minutes. We were all yawning.
No, it's a tough one.
Literally yawning. So listen, we flicked over to the Real Madrid game with Bayern Munich. Oh my days!
Hold on. You turned over.
Too right, mate. Why not do that,
You
Jamie?
turned over at Champions League quarter-final watching your team. You turned over and watched Real Madrid.
What do you want me to do? Go to bed at like 9:20, mate? Like,
That's an absolute disgrace. Jay, you're a disgrace.
Jay,
I'm
that
sorry.
is poor, mate.
That's
Really?
shocking.
Why are you
You're not
saying
watching
that?
your own team.
Listen, I wanted to watch football tonight, so I had
You're
to
an
go
Arsenal
over to
fan.
Real Madrid and Bayern Munich to actually see a bit of football, lads. And what is all this all about? It's all about Arteta, isn't it? We're all crumbling. You know, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, we've gone. And then tonight was the night that we went out to Lisbon, right, and we put a foot down and we showed that we want to win the Champions League. We're up, mate, nothing tonight.
You won 1-0.
68 minutes. Oh, Jamie, come on, bruv.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Beneath the milky twilight, lead me out on the moonlit shore.
6:20 on talkSPORT Friday morning, and we are ramping up the romance this morning. Why is that? Ray has a Boodles bag in the other room. You know Boodles
Yes,
is
of
sponsored
course.
Cheltenham and Aintree International. Big diamond. No, Diamond House.
Oh, no, champagne. I didn't do champagne.
Oh, no, because I believe we have a birthday in the Parlour
Yes, there
household.
is today. My missus' birthday.
She's never 50.
Not yet, Al.
She is never
Not too far
50.
away from now.
Happy birthday, Joe.
She'll be snoring, don't worry about that.
Story on page 6 of the Sun this morning that's caught our attention. And Shaban, where is she? Oh, Shaban, get your bum in here. Shaban's here to tell us more. This is page 6. I'm not
Sorry,
seeing
Shaban, get that chair.
Sorry, I'm a bit early here.
Have I got to do everything around this place?
You're a bit
Well, I don't know who's put this show together this morning, but they're having a mayor so far.
He's a Friday old. It's been a long, hard week for him, probably.
Yeah.
Any of your kids watch the Kardashians?
No. Oh, no, maybe. Lucy might have.
Lucy's
I don't
good,
know.
probably.
Would she,
Maybe sometimes.
Does she have any thoughts on Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton?
Not really.
I was wondering why you get the pit stop jumpsuit on.
Is that going to Augusta as well after?
Always one person ready, available to mug off my outfit on a Friday
That's
morning.
nice, quite nice. You look very nice.
George said I look like a barcode.
What?
Beep, beep. Yeah, Kim Kardashian, apparently she flew in a private jet for an 8-hour
I did see the
catch up with
Now
Lewis
you should do that to
Hamilton.
Jill. Don't worry about that.
I know, you'd have flown
Yeah, you'd have flown
last
anyway.
minute. Row 1A, cute.
Yeah, definitely 1A.
Yeah, so they look like they're well and truly on a wee cute romance. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, as I say.
Hey, by the way, Shaban,
What?
I've got to be careful here because, Olivia was a little bit, she was a little bit fragile yesterday, and then last night.
Wow. Listen,
I see the Palace guy.
never mind
Hold
Lewis
on a
and Kim.
minute.
What about
man marking? Whoa.
JP Buzaglo? I mean, Olivia, just doing our job.
No, he's Tokyo Tom. That's his name now.
Tokyo, I like that. Why is he called Tokyo
Because
Tom?
he was not invited to Tokyo and he's got the hump. Olivia, she said it was work. It wasn't work.
It definitely was one. Well, yeah, that clip last night is all over social media this morning of our Liv Buzaglo interviewing JP Mateta, and let's just say I think he took a bit of a shine to her.
A shine?
Here's the moment again.
What a night, JP!
Yeah, what a night, what a night. Even me, long time I didn't play, I didn't start.
This man was there to follow it up!
I missed, but it's okay. My guy scored. I'm so happy for him too.
Tyreek, this is your first goal at Selhurst Park. Six for you, but I saw you do a lap of honour. You were clapping the Crystal Palace fans. They've been incredible tonight. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Really?
Yeah. Guys, congratulations. Well done.
Right, make it stop.
By the way,
stop.
I've seen worse arrests than that. That's terrible. What's he doing?
No,
don't know.
he's a big fella, and she's
couldn't hear.
petite, so I think he's saying he's pulling her in so he can make sure he hear her. He
Yeah,
can hear her,
I
'cause
think so.
the fans
We've
are
got to
behind.
try and get him out of jail here.
Now, if I'm wifey JP, I'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Wow, I think.
Yeah, but that's what you say. You just say, I couldn't hear her, so I was just trying to get a bit closer to hear what she was saying.
Can you not listen with your ear and not your hands, though?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can lean that way, but he would have been, it's easy.
Oh, you've taken it too far. There's always one.
Oh, don't.
What else you got, Shaban?
I love that this morning. Back page of the Sun, Cash and Harry. Harry Maguire believes Manchester United can challenge for the title next season if they spend big again. Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, Sesko have been huge from last season in terms of the signings. Do you think they can challenge next season?
Again, it is all an investment. You probably have to get rid of a few players as well. But they've showed great spirit. They've really gone up the league, and to get in the Champions League next season would be massive for them, because he didn't like no chance, didn't it, early in the season until they changed the manager, and then obviously Michael Carrick's got to tune out the players, and now they look like they will get in that top five.
Should he get it?
What's that? Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to panic yet, Al, but for me, I would give him a short contract, like a 2-year contract. I know, look, De Zerbi, I won't give people 5-year contracts now, because you're going to go down that same road again, and if it doesn't work out, you're going to have to. What they do, Al, they bring all their coaches in, and it's not just the manager you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of everybody else who's with the manager. So, and I think Michael will be realistic about it and say, look, I'm happy with a 2-year contract. Let's see how I go. If I somehow can bring success next year to the team, then you give me a longer contract. Simple as that. And I think he'll do that. And that will suit both parties, I should imagine.
Yeah.
Obviously, managers want big contracts, security for themselves. But I think Michael knows it's such a massive club and they can't go down that road again, and I think he would do that.
It is incredible when managers do well and get a long-term contract.
And then suddenly it all goes wrong.
And it all goes south.
Yeah.
Mind you, are we just...
Some players do that though as well.
Are we just looking at the ones that don't work? Maybe there is ones that work as well. They get a 5-6 year contract and do well.
Well, players are very similar sometimes. They get that big money contract and then their form drops off.
Yeah, but they're also trying to protect their interest when they come to sell them in 3 years' time.
Yeah. No,
You've still got 3 years left, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it does go wrong for you quickly. It's only one fallout with one player or something like that, and it spreads around the dressing room. And then if there are big players in the dressing room, it can cause havoc. So you've got to be really careful. But I don't think Michael's like that, isn't he? He's not that sort of. You know, I've met him a few times. He's such a nice guy. I mean, I'm sure players look up to him.
Did he start at West Ham?
Yeah, he was at West Ham. Yeah. Obviously, they had a great youth team, by the way, back in the day. Joe Cole, Lampard, Rio, Glenn Johnson. They had through that academy from West Ham was probably the best around at that time.
Yeah.
Also, back page of the Daily Mail, Fernandez says sorry to Chelsea for the Real Madrid outburst, flirting with Real Madrid on the international break.
That's it. Forget about it now. Get on with it.
Reportedly apologised for that, but listen, we can't just not focus. In the Masters, Rory McIlroy's roaring
Alan's looking
start.
on a good bet there.
Oh, yeah.
It's early days. I wasn't going to have a bet till Saturday, to be honest, but I just thought, I looked at the history and, you know, the players that have been round there.
Shaban, would you know? You like your golf, didn't you?
Yeah, I put Rory
do you know the
on.
3 players who've retained their title?
Tiger was most recently,
Yes.
right?
Faldo.
Just out, I'm asking Shaban. You know the answer.
All right.
Is it Nicholas?
I didn't know your name was Shaban.
Right.
Jack Nicholas.
All right, keep your hair on.
Oh, this is a big thing. This is
Whoa,
You say Shaban's thick?
no.
Because we all know
No,
that.
to be fair though, I got Jack Nicholas in the pub. I thought it had to be Jack Nicholas.
Yeah,
back in the day.
it was Nicholas, Tiger and
Woods and
Faldo.
Nick Faldo. You're right.
Yeah.
It's
McIlroy.
only because I told you before the show.
Rubbish. Yesterday I was here listening. I watched it all day yesterday.
Someone told you missing it then.
By the way, Rory, what an escape artist he is. You'll never forget last year the shot behind the trees.
Yeah.
That was just remarkable. He'll never hit a shot like that again. But his driving was a bit wayward. I think he was driving at sort of 38% yesterday. I've been watching too much.
It's amazing what they do, Al.
How he gets out of trouble.
Yeah,
is
but how
just
they think,
magnificent.
well, I'm going to hit it there, I'm going to draw it round there, and we couldn't do it as players, you know. It's impossible. But I know they're professional and they should be able to do that, but it's amazing some of the shots they hit.
Yeah, I was listening to you yesterday talking about Bryson maybe being up there as well. He's had a bit of a howler yesterday, that's for sure. But also, very quickly, high kicks and chicks, 24-hour in the mad world of Gary Player. I don't know if you saw this yesterday.
No.
Age 90, doing his high kicks off the tee. I mean,
He still wears the same trousers he wore when he was like 20. It's unbelievable.
Can you get your leg up?
No.
Go on, try. See how far you can lift it up.
up.
I can't. I think it was,
What do you got, a crane in here?
I think it was 1989.
Cherry picker?
1989 was the last time.
You lifted your leg up.
Well,
That's the stage of your latest daughter. Brilliant.
I like stretching your hamstrings.
No, I was in Paris.
You must like stretching your
in
hamstrings.
Paris getting on that motorbike.
Then he couldn't get his helmet on.
Well, that's cute. Olivia's marrying Commentator as well. Great stuff this morning.
I'll let you
guys.
get back to the pit lane. Right, coming up, do Forest have a foot in the Europa League semi-final after a hard-fought draw in Porto?
I mean, I know you want to be diplomatic and you're maybe tiptoe around it, but would you have gone in for the Tottenham job? Would you have taken it? Given what we've seen, we watched Tottenham and everyone's sort of dancing around it.
You just mentioned something there, and this would be more important to me, and obviously the career I've had, it does pay well. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't look in for money. They could offer me a massive amount of money. I'm sure they're capable of it, and I'm sure, well, allegedly, they've offered De Zerbi a massive amount of money.
It would have been about
No, it'd have been about what you're going to gain me as a human being. What would I gain, right? You go in there, you get the job done. 6 games into last next season. If you're not in the top 4 and the football's not what they want, rubbish, get them out. So you're not going to gain a lot there, are you? So then, and that's if you get the job done, because it's not easy. And then you don't get the job done, and then somehow it's on my neck that I took Tottenham down. You go, well, that ain't good for me as a human. This is not even about football. I'm going, well, that ain't good, is it?
What do you reckon?
You know what I mean? So I go, and then you get some money, and I go, well, I'm not thirsty for that. I've got some money, so how much do you want?
You know the dynamic of the industry. We all know the two biggest commodities in football are talent and gossip, right? Or money and gossip. Money and gossip, right? You must have
sad, isn't it, if it's an equal measure. Money and gossip beats talent.
Money and gossip was what I meant. Money and gossip, right? What do you think is wrong with Tottenham?
Well, I mean, I find it I find it really interesting from the outside. I know Thomas. And if I was a Tottenham fan, and I know a few, I thought the manager was getting a hell of a lot of heat and weight on that. And if I was Tottenham, I'd be looking at some of the players, me personally, I'd be going, hang on a minute, look at all this money they've spent. And money doesn't guarantee anything, by the way.
Sport is often filled with people trying to make a quick buck, often at fans' expenses. But sometimes someone on the fringes comes up with an exhibition idea that goes down a storm. Let me tell you about a couple of them. Mallorca, 2007. Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer compete in what was dubbed the Battle of the Surfaces, a unique idea that reportedly almost got cancelled at the last minute when worms got into the grass. An 11th hour turf delivery got the match on, and despite some dodgy bounces on the new green stuff, Rafa and Roger slugged out a 3-set epic. Tennis has a history of exhibitions too, with the Battle of the Sexes in 1973 captivating audiences worldwide as Billie Jean King took on the former world #1 men's player Bobby Riggs, who talked down the women's game. Billie Jean King won. In motorsport, there was Monzanapolis in the 50s when American Indy cars went up against European F1 cars. But perhaps the best exhibitions have been the charity ones. In 1998, legends like Mike Atherton, Sachin Tendulkar and Glenn McGrath turned out at Lord's for a one-dayer in memory of Princess Diana. And since 2006, we've had Soccer Aid, which has raised an incredible amount of money. And if you get to see the likes of Jose Mourinho taking out Ollie Mers, then what's not to like?
6:34, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Now it's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing. When you buy a used car in the upgrade event, check it out online. Ray Parlour's with me this morning. How's it looking?
Oh, it's looking lovely.
You don't polish out yesterday, did you?
Yeah. The guy come round, give it a good clean, mate. And
what about that? They're on.
It's getting better.
In a Bentley convertible.
No, it's an old one.
Oh, lovely.
It's quite old now. Come on, it's only a bit of fun, isn't it? I mean, it's a collector's item.
Have you let Joe drive it yet?
Tax-free money when I sell it.
Have you let her drive it?
No, don't be silly. No chance.
But it's her birthday today. Maybe a little treat. There you go, Joe.
No, down the roads later, bro. Something about that.
A huge game in the Premier League tonight, right here on talkSPORT. West Ham. They welcome Wolves to the London Stadium. A win for the Hammers would mean Spurs would drop into the bottom three. So let's hear from both the managers from tonight's game. Wolves gaffer Rob Edwards, but first West Ham's Nuno.
It's going to be a tough game. The first time we faced them was probably one of the most hardest moment that we had as a group. Was really disappointing performance. So we are confident that we're going to improve. We play at home. which is a big advantage for us. We know that the fans are going to be there, and we know we have a mission in our hands to fulfill.
For us, we want to try and take things as far as we can. We want to keep improving, keep the momentum going, and of course we want to go into every game and we feel, and the way we feel at the moment, we feel we can win, and we've shown that recently. So that's our mindset. Of course, West Ham will be feeling the same, and anyone that plays against Wolves at the moment will be thinking that's a game we have to win.
They can't get beat tonight, the Hammers.
No, if they get beat tonight, I think
it was
it's
3-0 that Molyneux.
3-0, yeah, they got hammered. It was probably the poorest performance for a long time in a West Ham shirt. The away fans, I mean, they was disgusted with the performance, which there was nothing there whatsoever. So they're going to have to really improve on that one. But look, they've shown signs that they've got a bit of spirit now, West Ham. So tonight game, though, is a must-win for them because they're playing first. They can put the pressure back onto the teams around them, and they can put their feet up, get the result tonight, put the feet over the weekend, hope for other teams to do them a favour, and then it's a long, hard running in. But, yeah, they've got to win tonight, especially being a home advantage.
What about the rest of the Capitals fans, London's fans? Do they want West Ham to win, get a result tonight? So everyone hates Spurs, don't they?
I'm sure it's probably a little bit more Spurs to go down, but I'm sure it's mixed, really, Al. I mean, I don't know. It looks like I can see Forest have got enough. I really can. I mean, they've got a good result last night as well. I think he's turned it around there. And I think Leeds are playing everyone around them, Al. I think they're playing Wolves, Burnley, West Ham. And they got Forest as well. So they've got all teams around them. So I think Leeds will have enough as well to get out. So I think it's out the two London clubs. I really do. Spurs or West Ham, yeah.
God,
which would be disastrous for both teams. But they've just got to really think about themselves and don't worry about teams around them. Just get their 3 points and then worry about the other teams over the weekend.
Now, don't forget, you'll hear if Spurs drop into the bottom three. West Ham taking on Wolves live on talkSPORT tonight over at Stratford. Another side in the relegation fight are Forest, and they had a huge, huge slice of luck in the Europa League last night.
Oh, that's going to be an own goal! One of the most remarkable own goals I've ever seen. It is Porto 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Martin Fernandes with a back pass from 45 yards out, and he steered it beyond his own goalkeeper. There may never be an own goal like that in top-level European competition ever again.
It was bizarre, wasn't it? It was so far out. Ray, I've seen it once, and I'm like, keeper, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, it was a bit of pace on the ball, and I don't think he expected it back.
Yeah, but how far was that?
He did smash it back though, didn't he? He don't really need to do that.
35 yards.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's all he's got to do is pass it a bit softer, and the keeper's no problem. But it was a little bit wayward, and he's just too quick to react, wasn't he? The keeper and bang in the back of the net. But great result for Forest. It really is. Porto. Difficult place to play. They look dangerous as well, but a couple of players missing as well for Forest. But great result. So take back to the City ground.
Do you think of any own goals more bizarre than that one?
Lee Dixon scored a cracker once at Highbury over Dave Seaman's head, lobbed it over. You got remember Jamie Pollock?
Yeah.
Was it City when he scored an unbelievable goal? He chested it down and then chipped the goal, lobbed the goalkeeper. There's been some unbelievable own goals over here. We'll have to think about it. Ask the listeners, see if there's what's the most bizarre own goal. That I can remember that one, Jamie Pollock's very well. That was an unbelievable goal. Lee Dixon's, if you look that one up, Dave Seaman. I think he was about 30 yards out and he lobbed him. Put it over his head.
Listen, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Big game. We're going to talk about it in a moment down at Norwich. Norwich in good form. This is a real test for Ipswich.
Yeah.
Games in hand, but if they were to lose this one against Norwich, it's
really hotting up, Al. The old championship
stuff again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Southampton another great win after beating Arsenal against Wrexham. That playoffs is really interesting. See who's going to try and get in there. Norwich have got every chance. They've got an outside chance. Put it that way, they can win all their games in the season. They'll be in those playoffs. So. It's a situation now, and Ipswich are looking good. Middlesbrough just dropping off a bit. Coventry look like they're home and hosed. They'll be in the Premier League next year, which will be fantastic for the supporters. But yeah, it's really hot. Millwall, big game today, isn't they? Millwall.
Yeah.
Oh, they got.
They've done brilliant, Millwall.
Oh, unbelievable.
So they're. I think they can win. They're at the baggies, West Brom.
West Brom, no, they've picked up as well. They've really picked up. They've started to get a couple of results because down the bottom of the table, it's really hotting up as well.
Yeah.
It's only Sheffield Wednesday, obviously, know they're going down. But other than that, any one of 3 or 4 can go down.
Okay, what about Forest then? John is now looking back on a good night for Noodles Men. talkSPORT reporter, big Forest fan, Max Scott. Max, morning, Max.
How you doing, Max?
Morning.
Max, good result, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a draw away in Europe against a side top of the league, flying unbeaten in 13. It reminds me a little. I know we didn't win, but it reminds me a bit like Arsenal midweek against Sporting. It's not about the performance; it's about the result. And considering where both teams are, I think you take that going into the City Ground on Thursday next week. So yeah, brilliant performance. 9 changes to the squad that beat Spurs. So it's essentially a second string 11. Chris Wood back in the starting 11 after 6 months. So loads to be positive about for Forest.
Yeah, and obviously what do you think about the disallowed goal, Jesus? I don't think there was a lot in that. I thought he was a little bit unlucky there.
Well, look, I think VAR has saved the referee's blushes there by finding a handball, which for me is just ridiculous because, look, the amateur dramatics from the Porto goalkeeper and the entire medical staff are embarrassing, and it just shows how sort of wet and weak football has become. The referee doesn't blow his whistle until the ball hits the back of the net by Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he's sort of panicking because the player's rolling around on the floor like he's been sort of hit with a baseball bat. And so I think it's indicative of where the game's gone. And then the VAR's found a reason. So Forest, you could say, you've been robbed of bringing back a 2-1 lead, but ultimately you'd have taken it because Porto started.
Good side.
Really absolutely.
Max, looking ahead to the weekend, Sunday, Villa, who had a very, very good victory in Italy as well. Nottingham Forest, Villa, we take a point right now.
Yeah, we've got Villa at home, Burnley at home, Sunderland away in the next 3 games. I would take, of course I would. I think we're going to get 5 points. I think we're going to get a point against Villa, a win against Burnley and a point away at Sunderland, and that'll see us safe. This is a dress rehearsal on Sunday against Villa for a potential all-English, all-Midlands semi-final Europa League, should both clubs get through. And so it's a really tricky game, but Villa haven't been sort of the team that they showed they were a few months ago.
Players back though, Max. They've got 1 or 2 players coming back.
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. It always is, but Chris Wood's back. What Forest have been struggling all season are scoring goals, and our main man is back. I know he's been out a long time, but he got some important minutes under his legs. The City Ground is going to be up. It's a difficult place to go at the best of times. And so I'm backing the boys to get a point minimum, which I think would be huge.
Yeah. Max, well done last night, and good luck at the weekend. Thank you. So that's Forest against Villa, Sunday the 12th of April, at 2 o'clock kickoff. Big, big game. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Yeah, we're going to be building up to a huge weekend in East Anglia, down at Carrow Road. Norwich, a fine city. The Tractor Boys all pile down there. It's a big one, this is. The Old Farm Derby. Let's get in the mood for it right now.
Cause I ain't got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the keys.
It's me, Jamie Old Farmer. Animal Kingdom biggest horns are elephant. Listen, I know how to handle a few cows or 2. But hey, there's really a difference between breeding a chicken and a turkey. The chicken or the egg, who knows? But on Jamie Old Farmer's farm, I'm the cock that rolls the most. What's the Irish accent about?
Absolute disgrace. That is a West Country accent, you bunch of numpties. We'll look ahead to what could be a pivotal game in the race for promotion. Ipswich travel down the A140 to Norwich this weekend. That was our breakfast preview. Our good friends at Travis Perkins.
You know I love you, darling, so give me your hand.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
I am delighted to say the man from Hackney, 28-year-old Viddal Riley, European Cruiserweight champion, joins us live in the studio. Loving it. The belts, the spoils of war. Well done.
I just want to say, I was born in Hackney, but I am from Tottenham.
Right.
Yeah.
Better be diplomatic on that one. How was it for you?
It was a great experience being under a new promoter, new energy, big stage, just having the arena full to that capacity at the time as well, and just embracing my moment, just putting so much work in to get there, and just finally just enjoying being under the lights. It's been a year since I was out, since I was out again. So yeah, it just felt good to be back. It felt good.
Good. What kind of a step up was Masternack for you? Because this was a seasoned pro. He'd been in with Bilham Smith. He'd been in with Tony Bellew. Hadn't won, but he'd been in with him.
Yes, no. Going into the fight, I never took him lightly. I never thought, okay, he's 38 now, I'm younger, that's going to be enough. Like, there's a reason why he's been in the game this long. 50 wins, 33 knockouts. I'm going into the fight with 13 fights. There's no respectful reason for me to underestimate him. So I always knew it was going to pose this challenge, but I always knew that I could win in good fashion.
What do you think of this fella, Simon?
I thought it was a first-class performance. I mean, I think...
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Minutes to 7, just seeing pictures of a big, massive screen on the right from Augusta.
She was live.
Just magnificent.
Oh, what a course. I mean, it's a dream come true for a lot of players, like our sort of standard players, to even have an attempt to play around there out.
Yeah,
How many 4 putts would you get on the green?
I think I could 5 or 6 putt there.
Oh, easy. Yeah. I mean, it looks lightning, the putts, and it's amazing how they just get the pace, isn't it? It's all about the pace of the ball.
Well, Craig was on. Craig Conley's coming on again today. He was talking about the preparation as a caddy for the Masters. They know roughly where the pin position is.
They should know every day, shouldn't they?
Well, they change them, don't they? But they know roughly.
Yeah, but they know day to day where they change it.
Yeah,
So
but if you're there for the first round, you're there.
When do they make it really hard? Is it the last day or is it the third day?
No, third day, I think.
I think third day they make it more difficult, and then last day they want birdies, didn't they? They want to see the leaderboard changing.
It's brilliant.
It's probably one of the best events.
And I think we've got good weather all week as well, which is good news.
Yeah.
Right, what do we know this Friday morning? Let me tell you, Rory said he was relieved to feel my hand shaking with nerves as he carded a 5 under 67 to share the lead after the first round of his Masters defence. He's level with American big tall lad Sam Burns. Johnny Clayton came from 5-2 down to beat Van Gerwen 6-5 and claim his third nightly win to move top of the Premier League. Well done, Johnny. The old ferret. And Tyson Fury takes on...
here we go.
Mac Medvedev. Tomorrow night at Tottenham Hotspur. Makhmudov face the Bears. Tomorrow
Makhmudov.
I don't know.
He's union enough to buy it.
I don't really care, to be honest. Tomorrow night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for his first fight in 16 months. Tyson spoke to the media yesterday afternoon. Despite them being the hosts of his bout, he didn't pass up the opportunity to have a poke at a bit of fun at Tottenham.
But yeah, to come back to England and fight here in a stadium at Tottenham Hotspur, let's hope I do a lot better than Tottenham are doing right now, because they're shocking at the minute. It's an unbelievable experience, to have 60,000, 70,000 cheering fans for you on Saturday night. Makhmudov's never been in that type of deep water before. His legs might go before he gets to the ring.
Steve Perdue asked me to go.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Right, ringside.
I've not spoken to him for ages.
He's doing really well, Steve.
He's got Manchester now, hasn't he? The big hotel up there.
He's got his mum, Ashford, as well. He's got one down there.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing really well. So good lad, Steve.
Right, talkSPORT is your place to be for all the biggest reaction to that fight. As it happens, special watch-along on Fight Night for Tyson Fury is returned to the ring from 9 p.m. live on talkSPORT, the Talk Boxing YouTube channel. That's what we got. By the way, Tony McCoy, you speaking to Tony?
We're speaking to Tony later, aren't we?
Yeah, and who are you meeting down at Newmarket next Tuesday?
Ryan Moore, yeah.
Lovely.
Which would be fantastic. We're looking forward. Big Gooner.
You're our new racing correspondent.
Oh, it could be. I'm better than Rupert, ain't I? Must be.
God. Botox Bell.
Ain't hard, though. Ain't hard.
I
think me and Shaban would be both
Ford Bordeaux Bell. Right, talkSPORT's your place for all the biggest reaction to that fight as it happens. A special watch-along on the first night for Tyson's return to the ring from 9 p.m. live in the talkSPORT YouTube channel, the Top Boxing YouTube channel. Right, time now at 6:53 for this. If you don't like it, Radio 4. Tube.
Virgin Radio.
Go! Always believe in your soul.
On this night of the 1,000 stars.
Whoa, baby, this place will put a smile on your face.
Why do you whisper green grass?
Stop by and say hello. Would I still see suspicion in your eyes?
Here we go. Come on.
Here we go now.
Right, here we go. Time for a bit of this. Come on then, Shaban, what we got?
The weekend starts now with Alan Brazil on talkSPORT Breakfast, but then tomorrow you get to play the tunes.
You want it again now?
Yes.
On Virgin Radio Legends. So you get ready for your night out at 6 o'clock. Stick Al on Virgin Radio Legends. He plays the tunes. He tells us stories from years gone by. And then when you're on the way home from the night out in the Uber,
no, it's a bit over the top.
then you can tune into the main station on Virgin Radio to hear Alan from 10.
It's Alan Brazil. Oh, they have music.
Brazil FM.
No, you are very good at music.
I can see you and Sue Ellen dancing around the kitchen table. Happy birthday,
Oh, she will. Since it's a massive weekend of sport, we've got the Grand National, we've got golf. We're going to do a little bit of Beat the Intro with some golf racing, golfing songs.
Okay.
Okay, you up for this? You know the name of the game, shout out the name of the song. If you can get the artist as well, you get an extra
Song and
point.
artist, right.
Okay, DJ Ed, take it away.
Queen. Oh.
Come on.
Don't stop me now.
Yeah, well done, Ray.
Well done.
You know that one.
I've got to give you a little chance.
Well, this was your first ever gig you went to see, Al.
Correct.
Was it
Who were
really?
they back
Look at that.
Yeah, they were back in Motley.
That was a backup band.
In Glasgow.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, shall we wait for the chorus or do we move on?
Yeah, go on.
All right, turn it up, Ed, then. You need to shake, though, when it comes out.
Having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger.
Fantastic.
All right, DJ Ed, number 2.
Oh, boss.
Bruce.
The boss. Born to Run.
Well done, Al. We're Eaksies. Okay, number 3, please, Ed.
Don't
Bob
worry
Marley.
about a thing.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
What's the name of the...
Don't worry about a thing.
Nope.
Tiny.
Thank God.
Everything's going to be all right.
Little
What?
birds. Thank Birdie.
Part 3, Al. Look, it's a part 3. You're watching it.
Ah, pretty
What's
good,
it gonna
Shaban.
be?
Pretty good.
Every little thing is
Gonna be all right now.
Okay.
Bunker. My God.
Number 4, fourth and final, DJ Ed.
Gladys Knight and the Pips on that midnight train to Georgia.
Go on, Alan Brazil.
Go on, Al.
Back on Virgin Legends tomorrow from 6.
Get in there, pal.
Be careful. Chris Evans, be careful.
Oh, lovely. Shaban, good. I enjoyed that.
Train to Georgia.
I'll play a bit of that as well.
That's a great
Saturday night. Yeah, she was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
What's it she sings? I'd rather be alone in this world. No, wait.
Oh, she's got so many hits.
Richard, I'd rather live in his
I tell you it
world
was
than
good,
live
Shaban.
without him in mine.
I tell you, it was good. It's going back a long time, but the Drifters, they had some hits, didn't
I went to see them in
they?
Bellahouston.
Whereabouts that? Under the boardwalk?
Bellahouston. Ed, I can't believe you cut that off.
I know.
You're going to hell for
well,
that.
That's because
You're going to
Ed,
hell, Ed.
You don't like it.
because DJ Ed hasn't got a Scooby lately about...
That was wild.
When you go back to classics, he ain't got a clue. Curzle Flyers, that's about it.
You just cut off the hook of the midnight train.
He likes the club classics, think you, Ed?
I know, he's murdered, honestly.
Oh, it's back. Honestly. Gladys is coming for you. 'Cause I'm leaving with him
I thought you will.
on that midnight train to Georgia.
Woo-hoo.
Have a good show tomorrow, Al. Virgin Radio Legends, 6 p.m.
He needs a bigger safe.
Live
I'll tell
without you in mine. Whoa.
Gonna burn. Ah, you can't beat it. You can't beat the old 70s, 80s. You just can't do it.
90s.
Shaban, brilliant. Well done.
Thank you, Al.
Right, here we go. Coming up 2
First.
minutes to 7 o'clock.
Virgin Radio Legends.
Sporting had previously won 17 home games in a row across all competitions. Arteta was interesting on that. Arsenal looked at that record and thought, oh yeah, watch this.
That's when you have a difficult period. I think the best thing that you can do, instead of talk a lot, is observe. Look around you and see how people react. How they talk, how they look at you, how they judge you, what they do. Do they look at themselves? Do they start to criticize other people? Look around and you're going to learn the environment and the people that you have around you. And I cannot be prouder to work in a club with people that the only thing they could do is ask, what else can I do to help? And when you have people like this, I don't know if it's going to take another week or two, but something good it will happen at the end because we deserve it.
There's a smirk that's almost a little giggle from Simon. Why?
I just think it's a new way of communicating that doesn't really resonate with me. I mean, players' jobs are to perform in every single game as much as they possibly can. And what you could ask the away travelling fans was how they could have been helped on Saturday with the embarrassment of losing to Southampton. You know, those circumstances. But what it does prove is that the idea that you've got to take each game in isolation. Every game has its own connotation. The cup final against Man City was a 50-50 game in which Arsenal didn't play well in the second half. The cup quarter final was a poor performance. You and lots of people yesterday were referring to the fact this was a very difficult task. I thought Arsenal would get a result. I thought Arsenal would come back from that game with, at the very least, a draw.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krumbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League, as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players. The attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
Welcome, 7:05, the talkSPORT breakfast Friday morning with Arnold Clark. Shop the upgrade event today and get an extra £500 when you part exchange your car. Don't miss your chance to boost your valuation. Ray Parlour with me coming up, brilliant. We're going to talk Bologna Villa, Josh Hall, big result for Villa. Rupert Botox Bell, looking back at Aintree yesterday, and of course the Master Steve Morrison. Big game for Millwall. They go to the Baggies. And Shabana will be back around 7:45. Right, West Ham. What about the Hammers? Ray Winstone coming up a little bit later. We'll build up tonight where West Ham can put Spurs in the relegation zone with massive Hammers fan and the star of the gentleman, Ray Winstone. 2010 Grand National winner Sir AP McCoy will with us for the big race live here on talkSPORT tomorrow afternoon. What an open national this is. We'll react to amazing first day at beautiful Augusta. Well, a man whose tip is 11 shots off the lead already after one round.
Who was that? John
Couldn't
Marr.
tip Cole, Rupert Bell. After all that, though, Villa took a giant step forward. The Europa League semi-finals last night.
Into the box, 6-yard line. Oh, it's missed by the keeper and headed in by Ezri Konsa. Villa lead, just shy of half-time. And it's Ezri Konsa. A bit of pressure, hits the ball against Buendia, and it will break in the area for Ollie Watkins. 2-0! Fantastic work from Ollie Watkins and Evie Buendia.
That is a big moment, that is. Ollie Watkins, what a great finish.
Jonathan Rowe goes for goal again, and he's got a goal back. Tielemans sends the corner in. Watkins! Right at the end, Ollie Watkins gets his second. And surely that means Villa have 1 foot in the Europa League semi-finals.
Massive moment for Ollie Watkins.
And Aston Villa have a great advantage to take back to Villa Park. Unai Emery working his Europa League magic once again. Bologna 1, Aston Villa 3.
Yeah, so Ollie's done himself no harm. Thomas Tuchel would have seen that. Goals mean Villa in pole position to reach the league semi-finals of the Europa League, and maybe still in Petrov and Gabby yesterday. They were saying Watkins must start, and he did, and banged in a couple. He's still in.
Alan, are you serious?
Yeah, go on.
Ollie Watkins, what are you talking about?
Tammy Abraham, still in?
No. You don't fit this
Stella,
style of
have you
play.
got a crystal ball there or something? You know, I honestly, I think Tammy's in with a slight shout. I really do.
No, I think I think Unai Emery always approach his first games with caution. I think he's going to set up defensively. He'll play on the break, and Ollie Watkins will be the perfect choice.
Al, you got it wrong. You don't get it wrong too often, but
Ray,
you've got to say, hold your hands up.
Ray, if I'm being honest, the script got it. Right?
Not the script again.
Some numpty who wrote it say Watkins may not start. It could be Tammy.
Oh. Al.
So I didn't
don't read the script.
So
Al.
well, I don't
Just-
know. I don't know if he's got
use your knowledge. You use your knowledge.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if he'd a niggle or anything. And anyway, old Stillian went right for the juggler.
Yeah,
he
you
did.
right up there. Put
Yeah.
you in your place there, Al.
Anyway, 2 goals. I'm pleased for Ollie because Ollie's a class player, but he's been struggling a wee bit. But well done, Ryan. As I say, the England manager's watching because you take Harry at that.
Do you know what I worry? If Harry's not fit.
I know.
You know, I saw the England games just recently, and they kept pounding on Harry on the bench.
Yeah.
And he just didn't look. We didn't look like scoring, did we? I mean, from set plays maybe when Harry Maguire come up from the back and he had a couple of opportunities, but other than that, you know, Harry somehow we've got to keep him fit for that summer really badly because if he's out, then we're in trouble.
Yeah. John is now looking back. It was a big night for Villa. Had a couple of great texts from Villa fans in that end. Ollie Watkins is a great night for Villa and Ollie, of course. Football Report of the Sun. Josh Hall. Morning, Josh.
How you doing, Josh?
Morning, guys.
Josh, a big result this is. That's not an easy place to go.
No, it's absolutely not. You know, Bologna have got a really good record at home in Europe, and Aston Villa had to go there and at least try and stay in the game, and they've done way more than that, haven't they? Having a 2-goal advantage to take back to Villa Park is massive. But I think Unai Emery just has Bologna's number. That's the 3rd time he's beaten them in the space of 18 months. Beat them in the league phase of Europa League this season, beat them in the Champions League phase last season, so he certainly feels like he knows how to beat Bologna, and it was just a really professional performance, and one I thought that really showed how Unai Emery can use his experience in the Europa League, because he sort of allowed his team to sit off and just wait for their opportunities to come, whereas Bologna were trying to force things.
I think it's been a great season still for Villa. They've had their injury problems. Probably they're getting a couple of players back now, Josh, aren't they? Tillemans is back now, McGinn, who they missed for quite a few games. I know Kamara's still out, but they're getting a couple of players back. But what a season they're having again. With the budget they have compared to other teams around them, like the Man Cities, United, Arsenal, you know, they're fourth in the league. They look like they're certainly going to be in that top 4, top 5.
Players coming back.
Players coming back. So, again, he's done wonders, hasn't he, Emery?
Yeah, he's done amazing, hasn't he? I mean, I think about that midfield, and I think that was probably where there was concerns with those injuries. But with McGinn, like you say, Tielemans coming back, I think they've got a great chance of staying inside the top 4. I think what's interesting about Aston Villa this season is that they feel like maybe one of the only Premier League teams that have got a lot to be excited about, and sort of no pressure on them when they're playing in these games.
Yeah.
There's teams like obviously Arsenal that are competing for a title, and they're also in the Champions League, but there feels like so much pressure on them that maybe they can't enjoy it as much as other teams. And then even Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, they're having to sort of fend off the bottom of the table and fight for relegation, whereas Aston Villa is still in there and they feel like there's no expectation. They could finish in the Champions League spots, and they're obviously going far in the Europa League.
Josh, there's one little point in the papers this morning about Morgan Rogers, and we're talking about 80 million quid as a tug of war. Man United, Arsenal have been mentioned. That won't please Villa fans.
No, he's a special player for them, isn't he? And losing him would be a big blow for Aston Villa. I mean, I think is it 24 goals, 23 assists since the start of last season. So he's clearly someone that has a massive impact on their side. What I would say is he's tailed off a little bit recently, hasn't he? I think it's been more of a purple patch at the start of the season, and he's struggled recently. Didn't really have too much involvement last night here in Bologna. But he would be a massive loss. But what I would say on the other side of that is that, you know, they're a team that have been sort of moving the wrong way in terms of the finances on the book. There's a bit of pressure on them to avoid any financial punishments, and he'd certainly bring in a lot of money and allow for more reinvestment.
What about this game at the weekend? Just a cracker, isn't it? Villa pushing for a third spot, whereas Forest fighting for their lives at the City Ground.
Yeah, you'd certainly have Villa down as favourites, wouldn't you? But I think Forest are a different outfit at the moment, and I think when you're fighting for your life, that completely changes any sort of predetermined thoughts you might have about a game and who might be the favourite in that game. I think what's an interesting aspect of it now as well is that it could well be the Europa League semi-final, so they'll be feeling each other out about that. There might be a little bit about whether Unai wants to give away what might happen in that semi-final and things like that, because both teams obviously could still face each other in the next round. But yeah, another massive game for Aston Villa, and one that they really have to shift all their attention to before then this second leg, because they're going to be ticking like this until the end of the season now if they keep going in Europe.
Yeah, Josh, brilliant. Thank you.
Cheers,
it's Josh. A big result. Bologna 1, Villa 3. Josh Hall from the Sun there. Right, Rupert Bell. I'm just looking at some of the games. Rupert coming up in a moment. Forest Villa, big game, City Ground. Arsenal Bournemouth, Ray.
Yeah, early kick-off.
We'll touch it. We'll give it a little bit more later on, but it's not an easy one, is it, Bournemouth?
No. Bournemouth got nothing to lose, have they? They're sitting pretty comfortable in the league at the moment, in 13th spot, 42 points. They want to try and get a good run to the end of the season. It's all about prize money for Bournemouth now. If they can get up the league, it's big money. And Arsenal, look, all the pressure is on Arsenal. They're playing first, but these are the sort of games you've got to win out. You know, knowing you're playing first, you know you can put your feet up on a Sunday, watch Chelsea against Man City and hope Chelsea can do something there. But just get your job done yourself. Don't worry about other teams. Arsenal just got to go out, set their stall out, get the win, what they need, and then they can say, hopefully Chelsea can do them a bit of a favour.
Okay, right, coming up, thank you, Ray. Coming up, and thanks to Josh. Coming up, we'll head to Aintree, day 2 of the National Festival. Mixed bag yesterday with the weather, wasn't 1 minute sunshine, then rain. Rupert's young son, Ollie Bell, was whipping up with our talkSPORT's very own Sam in the social tents yesterday. Yeah, getting on with it. That can't be Rupert's son, can it? Anyway, Rupert coming up next.
Harry Maguire turns like an ocean liner, you know, and they take a time to turn, and you see that in an instance, an £80 million footballer that can't move.
A bit harsh, Simon, a bit harsh.
I didn't like that from Simon. Yeah.
Well, he's certainly silenced those critics, hasn't
Yeah,
he,
he
in
shut
his
Simon up,
performances
hasn't he?
for the last couple of seasons, Gabby?
I felt sorry for him because he wasn't at his best, but it got to a stage where it was bullying, online bullying of Harry Maguire. Everyone jumping on the bandwagon, setting up reels of every little mistake he did, when you can do that on every player in the world, the mistakes that they make. And then you had pundits being harsh. Roy Keane was harsh. You've heard Simon there. A bit overkill, to be honest. I'm happy for him. Amorim didn't play him enough. He's had his injury problems, but since he's come back into the team under Michael Carrick, he's been one of Manchester United's best players. New deal, back in the England squad. And I think he'll go to the World Cup and hopefully has a good World Cup for his country.
Like you mentioned there, he fell out of favour under Eric Ten Hag. Like you mentioned, struggled for game time under Ruben Amorim. But, he's enjoying a revival under Michael Carrick, starting all 10 matches since his appointment in mid-January. Also, now he's signed a new one-year contract to the club with the option of an extra year extension. And bearing in mind he was out of contract at the end of the season, Director of Football Jason Wilcox says here, Harry represents the mentality and resilience required to perform for Manchester United. He's shown such great mental strength, and that's really what needs to be applauded.
100%. I mean, a lot of other footballers, maybe the younger generation, probably would have crumbled with the online bullying that he received.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Good morning, 7:20. Look at that screen. I've just got to explain to the listeners, on the right we have this massive screen in the studio, and the pictures coming through from yesterday's rounds at Augusta, just absolutely stunning.
Again,
the colours,
immaculate.
The shades, just amazing.
Courses, obviously they get ready for the whole year for this, don't they? But the courses, it's just such a great course, isn't it? I mean,
it's unique.
What's the hardest hole now? 10? Is it 10, 11, 12? Isn't it? 9, 10, 11?
There's a par 4 early on is really hard by all accounts. One of the hardest in golf there, and I should know. But
the par 5s, you should be getting birdies.
Yeah, and Rory, that's where he can improve. Yeah. Anyway, it's one of the best weeks of the year, and it all got underway yesterday at Augusta National. Rory, brilliant. Looked really at ease, fired in a 5 under par first round, although his driving was a bit wayward, but recovery, magnificent. He takes joint lead with world number 1, Scotty Scheffler. Scotty's back. He's in 6th place, and England's Justin Rose once again up there on 2 under. Wee Bob McIntyre struggling on 8 over. talkSPORT's, Talk Radio's Jeremy Cattle promised our production team he'd be wearing the green jacket. Jeremy, stick to horse. And Jeremy isn't the only, in inverted commas, golf expert having a nightmare. Let's remind ourselves who Rupert Botox Bell had yesterday. Go on, Rup.
The Masters on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark. Buy a used car and get a free 2-year service plan.
Morning all, Rupert Bell here, giving you my Masters tips. Well, I think John Rahm's the one to watch out for.
Can he get it? No, he's missed it. So this is going to be a triple bogey 7 for John Rahm.
Been playing really well on Live Golf. Now it's a more normal format, 72 holes, and he's been playing some consistently good golf, and he loves Augusta.
John Rahm finishes 6 over, 11 shots off the leader.
Oh, wow, I wouldn't have done it. If only Rupert was doing it. I've done John.
No, that is harsh.
I wouldn't have done it.
Rupert, I'm sorry. That's nothing to do with me. That is harsh, Rupert.
You're not sorry, Alan. You're not sorry at all. You're just trying to deflect away and pretend that you didn't plan that at all.
I did not, Rupert. That is shocking.
Anyway, can I also say...
It's on the day one. It's on the day one.
Yeah. No, forget that. But my other selection was Patrick Reed. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he is 3 under par. So it's very selective. It seems like the production team...
I didn't know that.
Well, exactly. So therefore, I'm still in the mix. Yes, John Rahm had an absolute nightmare. But never mind. We move on. Thank you, Alan. And Ollie, whoever put that together. I shall be having a word. My lawyers will be in touch. But anyway...
well, you did say also, Rupert, I hate to remind you, but as you're in a bullish mood, you did say don't touch Rory with a barge pole.
Yeah, I did say that too. What an absolute plonker. But never mind.
He's only favourite now, Rupert.
He's only... Well, but the other one I also said... I didn't think would go well was Scotty Scheffler, and he's played ominously well. They were playing in the worst of the conditions late on when it got really firm, and he said, right, I'll be going out earlier. So Scotty Scheffler is going to, I'm sure, be making a charge. Rory McIlroy, if he can get his driver going, I think he only got 5 fairways out of 14. So if he gets his driver going, that could be ominous for the rest of the field. But I did also enjoy seeing Justin Rose, right in the mix again. So fair play.
It's going to be great, Rupert. You're right. And look, it's day one. A lot can happen. But I did look at the stats, and those up there after the first 2 rounds normally contend the final day. So we shall see. Now, what about entry yesterday, Rupert? Did you get, I saw Ollie was having a great time in the social tent up there. Big crowds again at entry and great racing.
Yeah, they had 28,000 up on 22% on last year. Today is Ladies' Day. So I think there'll be maybe 40,000 here today. So, but great racing. And actually, terrific. When you look brighter days ahead, runner-up in the champion hurdle went on to win. She was excellent. We actually had the second, third and fourth all moving in the champion hurdle, all having great runs yesterday. Django Bay, I think, was helped by the fall of Ampere Pass, but that was still terrific to see that brilliant run in defeat to Gaelic Warrior, the outstanding winner of the Cheltenham Gold Cup, for Django Bay to come through and confirm that run and back that run up with a very convincing performance was terrific yesterday.
Very emotional, wasn't it, for the owner and for Nicky, with the race before having a faller.
Absolutely. That was Lalamba sending Nico de Boinville out the side door, unseating him. But the whole backstory with Lalamba's owners, rather Django Bay's owners, it was a poignant victory and much celebrated. Yes, it was a terrific day and the best performance. What a cocky ride from Henry Crowe on Barton.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I've never seen a jockey just looking around so contemptuously at his rivals as they came to the elbow, saying, come on. He just pushed this horse out hand and heels, backing up his win in the Amateurs Gold Cup at Cheltenham with as easy as victory. Barton Snow is a really good horse. I just wondered whether they might be tempted to sort of up him in grade, maybe taking on, the likes of Django Bay, because this horse seems to be cut with a different cloth.
And Rupert, obviously it's a big, massive day tomorrow, Grand National, and look, even if you don't like horse racing, people always watch the Grand National. It's quite an open one, though, isn't it? I mean, there's so many horses with chances to win, and what if you can get a winner there at the Grand National? It'd be amazing. So, who would you be looking at? Maybe each way.
Okay. Well, I don't know. There'll be another package put together when I find.
This is tough, Rupert. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway, I must admit, I'm always in the Haiti Couleurs camp. I like to think of back each way, but actually, yesterday on our Racing Live program on talkSPORT 2, we had Graham McPherson and David and he was really bullish about a big price outside of Marble Sands. Not sure who's going to ride it because Keelan Woods had a horror fall at Fontwell on Thursday. So there is debate about who is going to be riding the horse. But I do see it's being nibbled at each way. This horse has got really good form down amongst the bottom weights. I think, certainly with some bookmakers offering plenty of places each way, I think Marble Sands is not the worst bet in what is, as you say, is a very open-looking national.
Yeah, a lot of money for Panic Attack, the mare, 10-1 now. But I'm going to stick with JP.
Johnny who?
Johnny who, 14-1. Jaguar, 14-1. And Iroko. I think Iroko could run a big race, Rupert.
Well, you're obsessed with JP. You try and do some more research, Alan.
Hold on a minute. Who have you tipped? How to Couleurs? Because you fancy the trainer. Don't you give me that.
That is complete and utter rot. She's a very good trainer indeed, and has every right.
It'd be like Mateta.
Anyway, at least the Villa won last night. Anyway, the Haiti Couleurs Panic Attack. I think if the Skeltons won it, it would be fantastic. He should be champion trainer, barring Willie Mullins having maybe the first 6 home tomorrow or something like that. He's got 9 in the race, I think, Willie Mullins. It would be the sort of icing on a cake of a terrific year for the Skeltons. So Panic Attack has a genuine chance.
Rupert, we shouldn't forget Iron Maximus as well. He's the class and a lot of weight, but I think he'll be there or thereabouts. I really do. Rupert, just a quick one for today. The 405 of Palomine. Dave with the sports bar over at Wapping. They have a horse called Teddy Blue, who's not been over the fences yet. If he takes to them, he won his race last time coming from a different county. He might be worth an each way bet at a massive price. I can't back it with a name like that, but they're all going up there hopeful for at least a place. Teddy Blue in the 5-4.
That's the race over the Grand National fences. Correct. I think there are 29 runners in the race, so it's always Well, I don't know enough about Teddy Blue. I've still got time to do my research, and last night I was researching some Rioja, so as well as watching the Masters, and as well as eating some very good tapas last night. But
and Aston Villa as well, Rupert. But Aston Villa, you must be watching Aston Villa.
Well, that was fantastic. 3-1. Didn't play particularly well, but Ollie Watkins, is he starting to play himself back into England reckoning?
England need him. England need him.
And he picked up 2 goals last night. One a sort of bit of a mess up in the Bologna defence, but he latched onto it and put it away. And then in the 94th minute, the sort of really ending up 3-1. And I know Villa fans yesterday had a terrific day in Bologna, and obviously it was made even better with that win.
Rupert, okay, who wins the Masters, Rupert? Come on, your second chance. Who wins it?
I'm going to stick with Patrick Reed. I mean, I can't desert him. I picked him at the start of the week. But if Rory wins it, I won't begrudge him a second green title, a green jacket. But should be a fascinating 3 days.
Rupert, have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank
Rupert
you.
Bell there. Looks as if he's a bit of a late night there.
No, he ain't combed his hair, has he?
Dishevelled? Is that the word? Dishevelled?
He's combed his hair with a firework, hasn't he? Was he like that?
Coming up to 7:30.
Cucurella has said one or two things that you might have thought would have landed him in similar trouble, but hasn't, whereas Fernandes has been punished. Where do you stand on this? Is it impossible for Fernandes to wear the Chelsea captain's armband again, or is it no highly likely that he will, in view of what the noises are coming out of Chelsea?
No, I think if you get punished and you take it the right way, then he can change and get better and wear the armband again if he has lots of qualities that the manager sees in him. I quite like the punishment. I do feel for the manager at the moment. They've been on a bad run, and he's getting a bit of unfair criticism. It's a lose-lose, really, because if he doesn't do anything, then he's looking like he's not being disciplined enough, and someone will criticise. And if he does it, and then they lose to Man City without arguably one of their best players, their captain, and it's like, why you punish him? Could have fined him, whatever. But I think from a player's perspective is how I always look at it. I think when I've had managers that show a real firm hand to players who you wouldn't think would be treated that way, and I could give you examples, it makes everyone else go, whoa. I remember Houle when he got the sole job on his own and he went, bum, he got rid of Incy straight away. Didn't want him. Nobody couldn't believe it. He was captain. I remember Neil Lennon was a legend at Crewe, and he messed around one day, sneaking his car down to the training ground we were supposed to jog down. It was like part of the warm-up, and he'd hide his car at the pub, and the manager...
Ever fancied having a beer in the stands while watching your team at the Emirates, or at Anfield, or at Stamford Bridge? Well, this season you actually can. Drinking alcohol in the stands at Premier League games may still be illegal, but the Women's Super League is doing something different, and here's how we got there. Back in the 1980s, football had a serious image problem. The sport was plagued by violence, pitch invasions and beer-fuelled chaos. Then, in 1985, Margaret Thatcher's government stepped in. They introduced the Sporting Events Control of Alcohol Act, banning alcohol in view of the pitch across England and Wales. Since then, many fans and clubs have called for the law to be relaxed. But despite attempts to change things over the years, authorities just haven't been convinced fans can be trusted. But in January 2025, something did change. The Women's Championship, now called the WSL2, launched a trial allowing fans to drink in the stands. The reasoning? Well, fans at women's matches tend to behave differently. Less aggression, more family-friendly vibes. As a result, select WSL and WSL2 stadiums are now allowing fans to drink alcohol in view of the pitch. It's been a landmark move showing growing trust in fans and recognising that women's football is building its own culture. So could the men's game be the next to leave the 1980s behind? Well, maybe, if fans can prove they can handle a pint without pitching it at someone. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Until then, it's Bovril all around. Cheers to that.
$7.35, talkSPORT Breakfast Friday morning. Arnold Clark. Buy a used car, get a free 2-year service plan, plus Get an extra £500 when you part exchange. Shop the upgrade event today. Ray Parlour with me. Rupert has just complained to management about our misrepresentation of his golfing tips. He's texted Ollie, our executive producer now. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. Oh dear. It's a huge weekend of live sport, and talkSPORT has you covered all the way. We bring you live commentary of the Grand National, extensive updates of the Masters, the beautiful Augusta. What a picture it is. It's fantastic. Masters golf and return of the Premier League. Now, kicking off on Friday. Friday evening is a crucial game at the bottom of the Premier League between the Hammers and Wolves. talkSPORT will also have exclusive commentary of the Arsenal against Bournemouth on Saturday lunchtime. The Grand National will be live on air at 4 p.m. on Saturday from Aintree, and there'll be a special watch-along on Fight Night for Tyson Fury's return to the ring from 9 p.m, which can be watched live on the talkSPORT, the Talk Boxing YouTube channel. That's the Talk Boxing YouTube channel. Championship now. Time now for a look at the latest EFL action in partnership with McDonald's.
EFLers on talkSPORT with McDonald's. Got big McDonald's hunger? Order delivery on the McDonald's app today. From 11 a.m, 18 plus. Fees apply to delivery orders. Subject to availability. Price may vary.
Now there's a huge East Anglian derby to come this weekend. Ipswich head down to Carrow Road over the border into Norfolk. Here's how it ended in the reverse fixture earlier in this season.
Nunez over the top, through to Azon, he's clear, Azon off the post, Jack Clark is there to tuck away the rebound. East Anglian derby, it may not sound a big one to people from not the area, but as a kid I grew up, I went down from Glasgow at 15, and right away you knew in the South East counties of the Southern Junior Cup, your game against Norwich was bitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really, really was.
Yeah.
And amazing, Norwich had a lot of Scottish boys for some reason.
Did they?
Yeah, the great scouting they did up in, and gosh, some of the rows we used to have and trouble. And then, of course, you start playing reserves, football combination, then into the first team.
Who would be the bigger club? Ipswich? Because of what they've won?
Yeah.
Because probably your era, probably.
Norwich won the Milk Cup, didn't they? Ipswich won the league. Way back.
I remember, do you know what? When you say Norwich, it always sticks out in my mind when they played Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Jeremy Goss.
Yeah, Jeremy Goss.
Yeah, and Gunny, great guy.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I got
some
on
good teams, didn't they? They some good players back in the day.
I got on great with the Norwich boys, but the fans hate each other.
I remember I played for Middlesbrough. We was 4-0, 4-1. And we was about 10 minutes left, and we end up drawing 4-4.
Wow.
Steve McLaren nearly had he was fuming, absolutely fuming with our defending.
Yeah.
But yeah, Norwich was always a tricky little place to play. Just getting there was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But do you remember already how big you had that big long road getting into Norwich? And if you got behind a tractor and you're on a coach,
well,
you can take you forever.
Between Ipswich, you go down.
It's probably better now, isn't it? The road?
No.
It's not.
You pass this, and then you get into Norfolk and down. And then you get the outskirts of Fine City, Carrow Road, right by the train.
That's why a lot of like Arsenal and the teams fly there because of that road.
Yeah.
You can't it takes you forever.
But it's a great one for the fans. Fans absolutely love it. Right, John is now for a bit more on what that game means for the Canaries, as well as a huge weekend of EFL action. It's a big game for Ipswich, by the way, as well. A very good morning to former Millwall, Norwich City and Leeds striker Steve Morrison. Steve, morning.
Morning, Steve.
Good morning. Good morning, Al. Good morning, Ray. You okay?
Yeah, Steve, it's not exactly Millwall West Ham, but there's a bitter rivalry here, isn't there?
Yeah, of course. I never actually played in one of them because I think Norwich are in the Prem and Ipswich wasn't when I was playing for them. But yeah, it's huge and it makes the game this weekend. I think people have got it down as an Ipswich win. But anything can happen in those games, and it'll be a really good watch, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Philip Clement, after his troubled times up in Scotland, he's doing a good job now. He's got the team playing well, Norwich City.
Yeah, 100%. I think you look at them now; they're chalk and cheese to what they were at the start of the season. They're playing some really nice stuff, and they really did and deserved their win at the weekend as well.
Ipswich under Kieran doing great. games in hand, very important. This is one big barrier they've got to overcome. Even a draw, I wouldn't think is too bad a result, but your old boys, Millwall, are what a season they're having, a brilliant season. So Ipswich are looking over the shoulders.
Yeah, look, it's been a crazy season. I think you look at Millwall right up there. Middlesbrough looked like they were going to run away with it with Coventry. They've been pegged back. They're not in the best of form at the minute. Ipswich, they got a massive game this weekend against Norwich. Then they got Southampton, who are flying at the minute as well. And then you've got Portsmouth, who's their other game in hand, who are fighting for their lives. So, look, and we know this championship is just not easy for anyone, is it?
No.
Every game is really tough. You've got Millwall going to West Brom tonight. It'll be down as a Millwall win, but everyone knows what might happen in this league. West Brom need to win to kind of get themselves away from the bottom three. So, yeah, it's just every single game at this time of the season just so exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, a couple of teams there are in great form, aren't they? Southampton,
what a win the other night, 5-1.
Unbelievable. Way to Wrexham. They obviously had that brilliant result against Arsenal in the FA Cup. They're looking forward to a semi-final now at Wembley, which is, as a supporter, they've gone. As a supporter, it's like a roller coaster ride for some clubs, isn't it? I mean, at one stage it was all doom and gloom, the owners and this, that, whatever. They get relegated, but all of a sudden now you've got the feel-good factor around, Steve, and it's an amazing run they're on at the moment. Southampton.
Yeah, huge. I was at the game when they came to the Den. And they were 7 unbeaten. Do you remember when Eckhart first took over? They were 7 on the bounce. They hadn't won, and then Millwall beat them that night, and they had a little bit of a dip. But then they've just stuck another run together. And now, to go into Wrexham and winning 5-1 away from home, that's just that's some result, that.
Yeah, but Steve, how do you see the bottom of the Premier at the moment? Look, West Ham Wolves, what a game this is. And Tottenham fans will be shaking in the boots looking at the results. Leeds are not out of it either. Forest. It's incredible who's going down here. Yeah,
it's crazy to obviously see Spurs down there, but they're kind of it's of their own making, really, isn't it? With the amount of nonsense that goes around the football club. But it's massive. But how good? It's so much better this way than sitting here now at the end of the season going, well, them 3 are down, and everyone else is just playing football for the World Cup or just waiting to be off. It's brilliant. I think Tottenham will be okay because I don't think the other teams will win enough, and I think they'll have a little bit of an uplift. But yeah, I couldn't pick out the others. And I think Leeds, what a game Monday night for Leeds against Man United, which is always a great spectacle. Tonight's huge, isn't it? Tonight is the one that whoever kind of West Ham need to win, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, that cup game as well, Steve, just against West Ham, going into extra time is a proper cup game.
What a game!
Yeah, but whoever loses that, it does you right up, doesn't it? I mean, Leeds will come away from the London Stadium saying, well, they'll be on a high probably. Yeah. Where West Ham, sometimes it would have been better to get knocked out in 90 minutes and then you're resting players or the players have got a little bit less. And the thing about West Ham is Somerville, isn't it? He needs to be back in that team, doesn't he? If he can get him fit again, that gives him a little bit of a chance because he was the man in form before he got injured.
Yeah, well, their uplifting performance was when his uplift came, didn't it? When he was better, their performance got better. You got him, and Bowen. They got some really good players, and Fernandes I really like.
Yeah, Fernandes, yeah.
And look, what's frustrating for them is obviously they had that cup game, and obviously it didn't go their way, and then they're playing on Friday night as well, so they've had an extra day's less rest. So look, it's huge, and can they bounce back? That's going to be the one because obviously they're going to be on their knees, but in the situation they're in, they've got to pick themselves up straight away.
Steve, listen, great to talk. It's a great weekend of football coming up. Enjoy, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.
There you go, Steve Morrison, Millwall, Norwich, Leeds United.
Millwall, they're doing such a great job, though. Yeah. I mean, Alex Neil, it's amazing the budget they've got. I think they're probably one of the worst budgets in the league. And to compete what they're doing, I think they're locked on 72 at the moment, aren't they? With a couple of other clubs. It's all to play for. I know Ipswich got the games in hand, but look at the games in hand they've got. Southampton's not easy, is it?
No.
This current
Pompey
situation.
Fighting for their lives.
So, it's an amazing league at the moment.
4 championship commentaries coming your way on talkSPORT 2. We've got that Millwall game. Millwall slipped to West Brom to the Hawthorns. Norwich against Ipswich, talkSPORT 12:30. Borough Ray's former club, don't forget, against relegation-threatened Pompey, Steve-O's team at 3 p.m. Adrian Dunham takes you around the grounds as usual on Game Day Live. Going to be busy, Adrian. Sunday sees the Hollywood Derby between Birmingham City and Wrexham. The Virtue Trophy sees Stockport County take on Luton at 3 p.m. Jack Wilshere. Yeah. All those games are on talkSPORT 2 between tonight and Sunday. And it'd be nice to see Bromley come up as well.
Bromley, fantastic.
Hey, brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, Lincoln done their job. They're up. They'll be looking forward to the Championship as well. So he's so competitive. But Bromley, what a story that is brilliant. As well. Amazing.
All thanks to good friends at McDonald's.
Yeah, fellas, on talkSPORT with McDonald's. Got big McDonald's hunger? Order delivery on the McDonald's app today. From 11 a.m, 18 plus, fees apply to delivery orders, subject to availability, price may vary.
No, I think Gabby's spot on, Alan, to be honest. I think if you make that decision now, there's a danger that United don't finish in the top 5, don't get Champions League football.
Why? Because he relaxes, or because the players take their foot off the gas?
It happens sometimes, doesn't it? It happens.
Well, that was going to be my next point. I think if you do make that decision, then there is a danger maybe the players relax and take their foot off the gas. Obviously, from what we're hearing from Ahmad and Brian and Boomer, they're the players that are very much behind Carrick. They would say that. They're not going to say anything different in a press conference environment. But there's some tough games to come. I'm going to be at Old Trafford on Monday. Leeds, the visitors, never an easy game. Obviously, a big rivalry between the two. They've still got to go to Chelsea, who they're competing with for the top 5. They've still got to host Liverpool, who are right up there in terms of the Champions League as well. Sunderland away has been a difficult trip for a lot of teams this season. And then Brighton away on the final day. So it's not a given yet that United finish in the top 5. So I think just keep their powder dry. What I would say is quite telling is that, as I understand it, they've not yet sounded out any potential alternatives for Michael Carrick. We're 6 weeks away from the end of the season. Obviously, plans are for the summer transfer, although Carrick has been a part of those conversations. So I think certainly he's in the box seat.
I think... Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Spurs is the name, and giving away points is the game. Dr. Spurs, Spurs, calling Dr. Spurs. Dr. Spurs, can I have a win now? Points, please. Dr. Spurs, Spurs, calling Dr. Spurs. Dr. Spurs, can I have a win now?
7:51, Old Majestic Wines there. Go on, Majestic. Right, Shaban.
Wines. Very good.
Shaban is back.
Hello there. Yes, and tonight it's the return of the Premier League. It's live on talkSPORT. You've got a relegation battle tonight. Of course, West Ham take on Wolves at 8 o'clock. And coming up for you on Sunday, Spurs fans, your new manager, Roberto De Zerbi, takes charge of his first game away to Sunderland. Tough start there, Ray, isn't it? Sunderland have been great all season.
They just dropped off a little bit. I know they had that brilliant result against Newcastle, but they've had an absolute fantastic season. They really have. Everybody thought, they might be in a relegation battle, but they deserve to be where they are at the moment, where they're at the table, above Newcastle, 11th place, which, you asked any Sunderland fan, if you come fourth from bottom, they've had a good season. So to be where they are, made some really good signings. The recruitment's been brilliant for them. The fans have really enjoyed it as well, and they've been really good at home. So it's a tough game for Spurs, but this is, will they get a bounce off De Zerbi coming in? We'll have to wait and see. This is a big game. They can't afford to lose this one.
No,
they can get a draw up in Sunderland. It'd be a decent.
Wolves beat them up there 3-0, didn't they?
Well, if West Ham win tonight, Spurs are in at the bottom three.
Yeah.
So
well, it's all on West Ham tonight. All eyes will be on that. All the Leeds they'll be watching it. Leeds fans, Forest fans, Tottenham fans will be watching it and hoping that Wolves can do them all a favour. But if West Ham can get the result, it puts all the pressure back onto the three teams above them.
Yeah, if you're watching on the smart TV,
I can't imagine Spurs.
Will they get a point to Sunderland? I think they might grind out a point.
They could.
I think West Ham's a hard game. Wolves are playing with no pressure. Yeah. But Sunderland, as you say, Ray, rightly say, they've dropped off a little bit. Would they take a point, or do they need 3 Spurs?
Yeah, they need to win. They need to start winning.
Well, you need to win your home games. I mean, don't lose away from home and try and get something out of a game. And all the Sunderland fans will be right up for it because they'll be looking, where can we finish this season? But if they can win with other results go against them, they can get into like top 8, maybe. So there's an outside chance, really, of a European place, isn't there?
There's
It should be amazing for the club.
Videos going around on social media of Roberto De Zerbi having his first kind of open training session, and it was filmed and put up on the Spurs social media channels. If you're watching on the smart TV, you'll see some of these clips coming up. He looks very possession based. He's telling them to enjoy being with the ball. Very positive. How important was it for him to have that 10-day window before the return of the Premier League? And do you think that can rub off on the players quickly?
You'd hope so. I think it's all right tactically at this. I'm talking about the time of the year now. This is crucial. And I just feel he needs a reaction. He needs to man say, what do you want to do next year? Do you want to go and play at Anfield, Old Trafford, the Emirates? Or do you want to play at Millwall?
Sinselbank.
Or Birmingham City? With the greatest respect to them. Yeah. Have a bit of pride. You don't want to play in the Championship. This is a Premiership side. Top half. What are you doing? Go out and give it your all and leave nothing on the pitch.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's not
I think that's first and foremost.
Yeah, that's not all about tactics now. It's that. It's wanting it more than the other team and knowing that you're in a desperate state to say, right, we're going to do everything we can to get some sort of a result today. The team, if you're playing teams around the mid-table and not really playing for a lot, I know, look, not everyone's going to try and get as much, especially for the club's point of view, prize money, but that's when you need it to want it more than the other team. Simple as that.
I mean, they've had a terrible season. I mean, Paris Saint-Germain have beaten more Premier League teams this season than Spurs have.
That's a good stat.
That's how bad it is. That is
Paris or some side.
Yeah, no, of course.
But no, they've underachieved big style, haven't they? There's no doubt about it. Really. It's sad. I talk to a lot of ex-players. I talk to a lot of fans who've got boxes, who spend a lot of money, people who go to all over Europe watching Tottenham, and they're just so disillusioned now, Shaban, Ray.
I just can't work out.
I'm not doing it anymore.
I can't work out their home form because they've got everything going for them. The stadium's magnificent, isn't it? They've got a real good support, which the supporters are really stuck behind them, which is good.
Is it the players, Ray? Are they just not got the bottle, the character?
Well,
you got to question the bottle. You're absolutely right.
You've got to play for yourself sometimes. As much as you might not like the manager, but you go out and having a bit of pride about your own performance. And I don't think they really bothered, are they?
I think the leadership in the boardroom. I'm only going what I'm told. is dreadful at the moment. It's dreadful. You know, and they're all scratching heads. What do we do? What do we do next? It's not good.
I think they had to make that change, though. I think they made the right decision. Whether they should have given him a 5-year contract is another argument, but they had to get rid of Tudor because the players, you could tell, wasn't having him.
No.
And once you lose that dressing room early, I know he come out and players are totally different from probably his era when he was being a manager in Europe. As soon as you lose that dressing room, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So he had to change it. They had to change it. Whether De Zerbi's going to be in the band that changes it, we'll have to wait and see.
Shaban, just a quick one. I don't know if you're up to Glasgow soon in the near future, but the split now, the last 5 fixtures. What do you make of it? A lot of arguments.
Come on, Rangers.
What about Sally McCoy's? Given it that we're ruling the roost up there.
It's not just Sally. I've got loads of people associated. One, was very high up at the club. They are livid. They are absolutely livid. They're saying it's a con. It's a... it's...
What, the Celtic at the last home game of the season?
Yeah. And the way the fixtures are. You got to feel for Hearts a wee bit. They've got hard 5 games, haven't they?
Yeah, but I mean, they've been unbelievable this season. They've been so good. The job that Tony Bloom's done, the players have done, McInnes has done, from their 10-year vision for this title race that we've seen. Rangers, Danny Rose doing well, but...
And by the way...
Is he favourites now, Rangers?
They are favourites.
Rangers are favourites now.
But if Hearts were to win it, Tony Bloom is the type who might say, you ain't seen nothing yet. He might get the chequebook out and say, right, this is the start of, like Aberdeen done to Celtic Rangers. We're up there now, not as a one-off. We're up there. We're one of the favourites every year now.
Yeah, imagine Celtic winning last day of the season against Hearts, who've been leading.
It could easily happen. But the way Celtic are playing, you know what I mean? And it's weird. No one wants to win it, it seems.
Crazy times. Enjoying it, though. I still think we'll win.
Do you? Okay, right. 2 minutes to 8 o'clock, Shaban. Thank you very much.
Shaban.
We have coming up Stuart Pearce, a governor, and we have the real governor. Well, you know what I mean. Ray Winstone, actor and big West Ham fan, coming up. And Adam Smith, voice of boxing. Big boxing bouts coming up, of course, the return of Tyson.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
The bottom line is, if it's good enough for Real Madrid, and it was good enough for Klopp, how's it not good enough for Tuchel?
How much? I mean, Madrid are not a good side this season.
No.
And are not going to win very much this season, are they? And Thomas Tuchel's got one opportunity to win something. And so he's got a limited amount of time to do it. And Klopp didn't win the things that people suggested he could have won. Whilst he's got a huge reputation on Merseyside and well-deserved, and his brand of football was fabulous to watch, the actual trophy haul was somewhat less significant than perhaps the reputation has been able to be steeped upon. And that's not a criticism, it's just a simple statement of fact. If you're getting into this tournament and you require Trent Alexander-Arnold to get past Ghana, to get past a weak Croatia side, and to get past Panama, then there's something fundamentally wrong, full stop. Not suggesting that he can't do the things that you ask him to do. I think you can beat those teams without Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's when it comes to the tide, when you start playing against the teams that historically have caused us problems. And if you put Trent Alexander-Arnold on that side and ask him to defend, well, he's going to get done. And Tuchel doesn't want that, I suspect. And whilst it's okay, you can overcompensate for it and you can shift people across and start to cover for Trent. You start trying to balance the side to achieve that. So it's not about Trent being in the 35, which he probably could and should be, because there's no reason for him not to be, really. But you start chucking him in against games against Ghana, then you'll have this massive press reaction to the fact if he doesn't play against a side where Tuchel thinks we need to defend better.
Yeah.
I think it's great that Trent can hit a winning ball. But we talk whenever we haven't got something. We always talk whenever we see something. We always talk about what we haven't got. Players get better when they're not playing. So when put Trent Alexander in the England side, and the England side plays a poor game, and he plays a poor one too, which he has done when he's played for England. He hasn't been earth-shattering when he's played for England. So I'm not really in the camp saying.
Would you give up the chance to play for your country to become a global star of your sport and earn big money doing it? Well, that's the choice facing rugby players right now because of the proposed new R360 League. Led by 2003 World Cup winner Mike Tindall, it's already being backed by major investors. Its goal? Turn rugby union into franchises, not clubs, add some serious cash and a bit of razzmatazz. Or in their words, make the game more watchable, accessible and entertaining, especially for younger audiences. But there's been a huge pushback, a massive no way from the current game. So what exactly is R360 and why is it controversial? Rugby union is facing challenges on a domestic level right now. There's huge financial instability across even top-tier clubs. The English game has seen leading clubs like Wasps, London Irish and Worcester go out of business in the top flight. The Welsh provincial game is in total disarray too. R360 says they would remove what are easily some clubs' biggest expenses, i.e. the big stars, and therefore make more of them profitable. So the plan is to inject a new lease of life into the sport. But how exactly? Top stars of the men and women's game playing for a franchise-based league with fixtures in cities like London, Miami, Tokyo and Lisbon. Each city would host a tournament featuring all the franchises during a short 3-month season. And though no players have officially confirmed, reports suggest around 200 have signed pre-contracts, some worth up to 750 grand. And if that's the pre-contract, you can imagine where the full wages will get to. Problem is, the rest of rugby says no. In fact, no way. The national unions from England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Italy, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia have declared any player joining R360 will be banned from test selection. World Rugby's also not approved the league. Many fear it echoes football's failed European Super League, a top-down, money-driven idea that could damage the sport's traditions. So is it dead already? Well, rugby union is at a crossroads. Some may be against it, but we know others are being swayed by the cash. So will everything work itself out? Or after the European Super League and Live Golf, have we got sport's next big scandal on our hands?
Okay, 8:05 morning. talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark, the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car on the upgrade event. Check it out online. Alan Brazil alongside Ray Parlour. Now, do Manchester City have enough to catch the Arsenal?
You can't write them off, Jim. They can come roaring right back again, and that's the challenge now.
Down to the right-hand side of the penalty area. Cherky back for Nunes. They're queuing up for it across the edge of the 6-yard box. And he's headed in for two. It's Nico O'Reilly again, and it's Manchester City who win the League Cup yet again.
Football 1, anti-football 0.
We have been 7 in a row, 4 finals, 3 semi-finals, the FA Cup. With our people, hopefully they can come, help us join the title that we won and reach another semi-final.
And Haaland has a hat-trick. Liverpool are being utterly dismantled, and Manchester City lead by 4 goals to 0 to make it through to a record 8th successive FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, that's right. Pep and City are on a roll. I'll be hoping to, well, close the gap at the top of the table as they head to the bridge on Sunday afternoon. They currently sit 9 points adrift from the leaders, but have 1 game in hand. Is it over? I don't know. Ray, you getting worried about City if they win the game in hand at 6?
Yeah, and then obviously the Etihad game's massive, isn't it?
Then it's 3. If you know.
Yeah, well, you've all the Arsenal don't. I wouldn't be looking at your opposition really. I mean, all you got to do is worry about yourselves and make sure you get the results you need, and then hope once you've got your results, which again, it's an advantage to tomorrow. I always say it's an advantage. Play first. Get the points on the board and push the pressure on the other team again. But
yeah, tricky little game though. You know,
Bournemouth's not easy. No, not at all.
They play with spirit. They're good going forward. They're quick on the break.
I'm going back to the Everton game, Al. I know it was 2-0 in the end, but you know, Max Dowman come on and changed the game for Arsenal. It looked like it was going to be a draw. I think Everton hit the post. They was very good, Everton, and they could have certainly got something out of the game. So I think it's going to be a similar game Saturday. They've just got to somehow get over the line, whether it's a set play or. It doesn't matter about performances now. All it is about results and getting over the line.
Arsenal Bournemouth live on talkSPORT. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be nervy as well. Pleased to say we can now say a very good morning to former City captain and manager Stuart Pearce. Morning, Stuart.
How you doing, Stuart?
Morning, gents. Yeah, all well, thank you.
Stuart, it'd be very easy to say that's over, isn't it? Yeah, but you know, who knows in this game? If Bournemouth were to somehow spring a surprise, City wins, City then beat Arsenal. You know, there's still so many points to play for here.
Yeah, there is. It's an exciting running. I mean, after the international break this time of year, you're always your focus is sharpened on the running of the league now and the relegation campaign. A lot of questions still to be answered. I still think Arsenal will be all right. I think they'll get over the line comfortably with points to spare, but City are playing as well at this moment as they have done probably all season. So they look a handful.
Just looking back at Liverpool games, Stu, unbelievable finishes, weren't they? That second goal for Haaland, you know, the way he just drifted back and then Canate, straight across him, Semenyo, great ball in, and that header was magnificent. And even the third goal he scored, the hat-trick, Stu, it was great forward play, wasn't it? Where he just, you know, he made the run and he stopped, and he knew he's going to get the ball and bang, back of the net. That's the more Haaland. He's starting to get that bit of form back.
Yeah, really clinical finishing. It was a pleasure to be at the game, to be fair. I felt a little bit sorry for Liverpool. After 30 minutes, they're well and truly in the game. Probably slightly the better team in my eyes. But City, as they showed against Arsenal in the cup final a couple of weeks ago, they've got resilience to stay in games, you know, and that's what they demonstrated for the first half against Arsenal in the Carabao and the first 30 minutes against Liverpool. And in the end, they wear you down. And they're on a charge at the moment. It wouldn't surprise me if they go unbeaten or win every game between now and the end of the season. But I still feel as though Arsenal will have too much for them points-wise.
I think Arsenal deserve it, to be honest, over the season. Don't you?
Well, look, I think it's a little bit unfair, the criticism they get. I mean, Stu, you played in the back four, and if you've got a solid back four and don't concede too many, and set plays is part of the game. You know, we used to practice non-stop. George Graham back in the day, and Arsenal probably won 1-0 most weeks by a set play. So and probably went on to win the league, but it's part of the game, and they do a lot of work on set plays. And you know, I think it's a little bit unfair. They say, oh, it's not great to watch, but people, they won't mind if they're at the parade and they're picking up that trophy. The Arsenal fans went at the end of the season, so I think it's a little bit unfair.
Ray, they've been the most consistent team all season in England, without a doubt. You know, yes, they've had a little blip over the last month or so with the odd result, but consistency. I would never apologise for winning games. You know, the game's gone crazy if you're going to apologise for winning 1-0 with a set play. It really has. Listen, credit to them. They've been brilliant. And like all teams, you need a solid defence and probably the best goalkeeper in the country. And they've certainly got both commodities.
Stu, I'm interested in that, and I agree with you. I thought for 30 minutes Liverpool were the best side against City. Yeah. And yet it looks as if they're trying to hound the manager out. I don't know. He's got a year left in his contract. Personally, I'd let him see it out, me.
Yeah, without a doubt. Who are you talking about? Arteta now?
No, Liverpool. Sorry, mate. Liverpool.
Right. Yeah, without a doubt, I would. When you look at everything that's gone on in the last calendar year at Liverpool, from Diogo Jota right the way through to a lot of new faces coming in. Those new faces didn't settle early on. I think they've improved. The likes of Wirtz and Kirkes have improved. Isak's back on a football pitch now. We haven't 120 million. He's not kicked a ball this season in anger, really. So I think there's been a lot of variables at Liverpool this year. So I wouldn't see the need for change, personally.
Talking about nerves, Stu, tonight, London Stadium, there'll be a few nerves tonight. I mean, Wolves going there with nothing to lose. I mean, they've really picked up, to be fair. They look a different side from the start of the season. But it's all about West Ham tonight. It's all about going out on the front foot, trying to get that win, and to put the pressure back on Spurs, Forest and Leeds above them.
Yeah, totally agree. It will be a nervous affair. The fans have got to get right behind them on this one. But listen, they rested a few players for the cup game. Leeds didn't. Leeds got through, but at the cost of a couple of injuries. So how significant that will be, who knows? But the bottom line is, if West Ham win tonight, my goodness, that heaps a lot of pressure elsewhere at Forest, at Tottenham and Leeds as well,
I was going to say, are Leeds out of it? Are they banging it against Stu?
I think they've got too many points and are doing too well at the moment to be involved in it. But you never know. A couple of results elsewhere, you take your eye off the ball with a semi-final, and you never know.
Sure, it's going to be a great weekend again. Right to the end of the season, it's going to be fantastic. Enjoy, my friend. Great to talk to you again, Stu. Thanks,
Stu.
Take care, gentlemen. Good to see you. Have a good weekend.
Nice one, Stuart Pearce there. It's fascinating down at the bottom.
Oh, really, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And to be fair, that fourth and fifth place is going to be interesting as well. Chelsea, if they miss out, it'd be a disaster. Liverpool, can they miss out?
Villa have got Villa now. I thought Villa had a blip, didn't they? Now they're beginning to. Here we go. They've got players back now. Villa could get third.
Yeah, and you look at Chelsea. Brentford and Everton are breathing down their necks as well.
Everton have got to play Liverpool.
Yeah, so Everton are having a brilliant season. David Moyes, another great season for him. Brentford, Keith Andrews, what a season they're having. So it's really hotting up towards the end for their fourth and fifth positions. And if Brentford can somehow get in that fifth place, what an unbelievable season that would be for Brentford. Losing all their players, losing their manager, but getting in Champions League football.
Yeah, I know my memory's good, Sim, but ain't that good. So we'll have a little break. Coming up with Coral Odds, live from Aintree and the Masters, and the Governor, Ray Winstone. Ray will be hiding behind the old sofa tonight, watching these beloved Hammers. Live on talkSPORT, and Adam Smith, voice of boxing as well.
Let's go to Jay. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Jay?
All right, Jay.
How you doing, lads?
All right, matey.
I'm all right, Jay. You happy?
Yeah. No, I'm not, mate. No, not really.
What do you mean?
That was absolutely diabolical. Where was Martinelli tonight? Where was he?
What do you mean?
Got one of the best assists of the season.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, we're flying, aren't we, lads? Do you know what happened? Me and me boy. Listen, me and me boy.
Final of the Champions League. 1-1.
Me and me boy, and my mate that I work with, he's a Tottenham fan, right? So we've got a Tottenham fan in between us. We got the 68 minutes. We were all yawning.
Yeah, no, it's a tough one.
Literally yawning. So listen, we flicked over to the Real Madrid game with Bayern Munich. Oh my days!
Hold on. You turned over.
Too right, mate. Why not do that,
You
Jamie?
turned over at Champions League quarter-final watching your team. You turned over and watched Real Madrid.
What do you want me to do? Go to bed at like 9:20, mate? Like,
That's an absolute disgrace. Jay, you're a disgrace.
Jay,
I'm
that
sorry.
Is poor, mate.
That's
Really?
shocking.
Why are you
You're not
saying
watching
that?
your own team.
Listen, I wanted to watch football tonight, so I
You're
had
an
to
Arsenal
go over to
fan.
Real Madrid and Bayern Munich to actually see a bit of football, lads. And what is all this all about? It's all about Arteta, isn't it? We're all crumbling. You know, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, we've gone. And then tonight was the night that we went out to Lisbon, right, and we put a foot down and we showed that we want to win the Champions League. We're up, mate, nothing tonight. Absolutely,
you won 1-0.
68 minutes. Oh, Jamie, come on, bruv.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
What's the score in Ballamore? Would you like to know?
Yes.
What's the score in Ballamore? Where would you like to go?
Ray Parlour.
Story time, you know.
Whoa.
Ballamore.
What am I doing here?
Thanks for tuning in. What's the story in Ballamore? Would you like to know?
Yes. I would. 8:20.
No, there's no stories today, Al.
We're
Sorry.
heading
Let's
to
move on.
entry shortly, but come on, Ray, what you got for us?
There's no stories around today.
Oh, come on.
Right, okay, I'll give you one then. Right, there's a couple. Well, just saying, I've got two on my script here. One involving your least favourite bird. What's that?
My least
What
favourite
don't you
bird?
like? You moan about them a lot.
Oh, magpies.
No. Seagulls. You
Oh,
don't like
yeah,
seagulls.
no one
do you?
likes seagulls, do
Yeah, seagulls cause terror at an Easter egg hunt. There we go, Elf, just for you.
The biggest seagulls ever in the world. Never mind Alfred
Down at Felixstowe, wasn't it? You said.
No, never mind the birds. Llandudno. They are monsters.
Well, this was what happened down in Inverness by launching coordinated
Up in Inverness.
attacks on family. The event's organiser said frequent and coordinated behaviour from adult gulls was spotted as they waited for opportunities. They called in other gulls and swooped down on the kids and their eggs. So,
you know
what would you do?
that?
Al? What would you do? Obviously, you got young grandchildren. If you see them with an egg and you're watching them,
no, you take the Slazenger racket with you. Swat, have that.
Great
Beat
idea.
it, gull.
Great
No,
idea. Maybe I'm
Aldborough,
staging.
down Aldborough, fish and chips, sit on the beach there and down they come.
Well, I was just about to say, how do you stop them? What they don't like tomato sauce, do they? You put tomato sauce in your chips.
Rubbish.
They don't like tomato sauce. Sure they don't.
Listen, magpies mate for life, but they eat the young chicks' eggs.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No. Speaking of birds, Alan, everyone knows that chickens were still knocking about when dinosaurs were roaming around this planet. And Darren Bent wants them back. Have a listen to this.
Bring them back.
I don't think you've seen the film Jurassic Park.
With technology and all that, they found the DNA and all that. Just bring them back, man.
What I don't get is, when they explain it in Jurassic Park, like a mosquito.
Yeah, gets caught in the tree sap.
Yeah, and it would have the blood of the Juffinkosaurus or whatever it is. I don't get why.
Pardon, what?
Juffinkosaurus. I don't get why they can't do that.
Just make it. Put them in a theme park.
Didn't they do like a woolly mammoth? Haven't they made a woolly mammoth?
Have they?
I'm sure they've.
Because they were extinct years ago, weren't they?
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
I did see a very, very
what dinosaur
rare
would you
shark preserved the other day on telly.
Yeah?
Yeah, a reef shark. No, way down. There's there's only a few under the ice, and they got one and they preserved it. It's in the Natural History Museum.
What dinosaur would you be, Al? And there's a few of these down the roads, by the way. Big T-Rex with little arms. They can't get their arms in the pocket. They can't get their arms in the pocket.
I like a bit of T-Rex.
There's a few of them in the rows, though. Don't worry about that. And what would you want back that's not around anymore?
What would I like back?
What's not around anymore?
I was very, very sad. The old dodo bird. That getting killed in over. The dodos, yeah. They killed them all, didn't they? Not good. Not good. Well, what would you like then?
Well, I know. I'm trying to think.
Oh, by the way, here's a classic for you. Because Olivia's just come back from Tokyo, hasn't she? The Japanese cherry blossom, which is magnificent. It brings in millions of people.
Yeah.
Tourists. The Beatles.
Never been to Tokyo.
The Beatles have got at them. They've got a crisis on their hands. They're killing all the cherry blossom.
Right, there you go, everyone.
Shocking.
The world. That's going to make the front page of the newspaper. It should do, really.
I've had a couple of beauties.
Have you ever been to Tokyo? You haven't been to Tokyo?
No.
It's supposed to be an unbelievable place, isn't it?
Very clean.
Well, you can see when they played at Wembley, Al, Japan. Do you know when you get your half-time refreshments and all that? They cleaned them all up after. They cleaned it up themselves.
Olivia was telling us, was it yesterday, the day before? No bins. No bins at all. You
take it home.
You either eat inside or you take it home.
Take it home. Amazing.
Instead of some of the ragamuffins we've got here, just chopping out the van windows.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely right there. But yeah, trying to think.
Fagged out.
What would you like to have? What's not around now? We've had everything, really, didn't we?
Yeah, difficult. We're from a great.
Anyway, let's move on because we've got more important things to talk about.
And it's Simon Clare time.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're heading down to entry day 2 of the brilliant national. We're so lucky with Augusta, and of course, it's good to talk to someone who knows what he's talking about when we're talking about horses. Simon Clare with Coral.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the Grand National Festival. T's and C's apply. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Well, Simon, I hope you went out with Botox Bell last night because he looked dreadful this morning.
Really? No. Was he out last night? I was out in Liverpool.
He looked so dishevelled.
Haggard.
I wasn't with him. I was with Joe Tizard and a bunch of owners. John Romans, who's going to run in the top today.
Simon.
We ended up in Sergeant Pepper's, just opposite the Cavern in Liverpool. Wow. They didn't make it to Pop World, where many of the trainers end up on the Thursday night. But,
and Steve-O, was he not allowed out?
He was out yesterday afternoon. I saw him with the wife actually in owners and trainers at Ainge yesterday. But no, I think they weren't going to make.
He's got ball and chain at the moment.
He's still holding hands and all that. Is he?
What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Holding hands.
No. He's loved up. What can you say? It's still the.
Yeah, but that's been a few months now.
It's early days. He's giving another couple of years.
It wears off.
Yeah. We do know that. We all know it, us three exactly. He's in that fun stage. It won't last forever.
No, it won't last.
I've just been told by the producers, though, that apparently the dodo was last sighted in 1662, Al. So when you say you miss it, you never really saw it.
Yeah, well, I did watch Master of Command the other day, and,
it's a great film.
It brought me back.
That's a great film. I must admit, it's a great film. But
that was the last time Rupert tipped a winner.
Well, we need to know what his national picks are so we can rule them out and reduce the field from 34 down to 30.
What's he saying?
We know he fancies Rebecca Curtis, so he's
Oh, does he? Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. You can't mention it. He gets it right.
I want Heidi Killer to win. He's got
no.
I do, with Sean Bowen on board. He's sponsored by Coral.
Got a chance.
I think he has, because remember Many Clouds ran in the Gold Cup, sort of disappointed, and then and Oliver Sherwood nearly didn't run Many Clouds in that year's Grand National, but Trevor Hemmings always loves national
Great
runners.
colours, green and white, yeah.
Great colours, and he said to Oliver, "Please
Green
run
and
him. I
yellow.
want to have a runner."
Green
And
and
Many
yellow.
Clouds, exactly, green and white. Is it? I cannot remember, but he ended up running in the national. He won the national, so sometimes running in the Gold Cup can be a good trial for the Grand National. So that's what you're pinning your hopes
I
for.
tell you, talking about the colours, Simon, green and yellow, and JP. I think JP's got a big chance of winning the national.
I thought you used to say that dodo bird was that colour.
We don't even know what colour it was. It was the
I
60s,
don't know
so
what
long
it was. What colour was the dodo bird? Oh.
Producers?
They were
Yeah.
sort of grey.
Great. But JP McManus has got loads of runners in the national. I think he's got about 7 or 8 runners. But I think Iron Maximus is like to start favourite with Paul Townend on board. Won the race 2 years ago. Johnny Who for John Joe O'Neill.
Whoa, go on, Johnny.
Yeah. Richie McClernand on board. I think he's got a good chance.
Iroko.
Iroko, Jaguar. Iroko with John Joe Jr. on board. Jaguar's got a good chance. So he's loaded. Loads of money for Panic Attack for Dan Skelton's yard, who obviously is in great form and looks certain now to be champion trainer. She's been very well backed. So there's plenty in with chances. I mean, the thing is, we actually asked our traders to pick each of them individually to pick their top 2 they fancied. I think there's 8 traders. I think between them, they hardly picked the same horse. That shows how wide open.
Wide open, mate. Just today, I can't back it with a name, but Sports Bar Dave from Wapping, he's got Teddy Blue with Roger Sargent. They're all going up there over the Grand National fences. They think he'll run a big race if he takes to the fences.
Yes, exactly. I mean, to be fair, the fences aren't what they were, though, are they? I mean, we saw that yesterday with Barton Snow was really impressive. I mean, he's 50-1 for the Grand National next year. He absolutely hosed up. But yeah, I think. Look,
do you think Django Bay would have won if Simon Munir's horse hadn't fallen?
I probably thought Django Bay would have won, but it's very hard to tell. I mean, the racing yesterday was great. Brighter Days Ahead was very impressive. Obviously, Django Bay in the end was very impressive. But yeah, this Topham's interesting. I mean, Madara is the hot favourite. That was the horse that hosed up at Cheltenham for Dan Skelton. Teddy Blue is a big old price, isn't it?
He's got to be 33s, I think.
Yeah, 25-1 Teddy Blue. I thought, funny enough, I was with Joe Tizard yesterday. Eldorado Allen ran brilliantly in the Grand National last year over the fences. He's going back in trip, which will suit him. He's a huge price. He's 50-1, but Joe's confident that he could run a really big race at a big price. So I wouldn't put you off him. And actually, JPR1 ran a very good race in the Ryanair, and he runs in the Melling Chase, which is a good race with the likes of Grey Dawning and Hartwood, who's favourite there. And I think, again, he could go well. Joe had 2 horses placed third, Alexi and Ferry Park yesterday, so the yard's in good form. But good racing today.
Simon, was there a lot of talk about the Cheltenham horses going to Aintree just, 3.5, 4 weeks afterwards? Some can handle it, some can't.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the gap's a week longer than sometimes, and you saw Django Bay win yesterday. You saw Brighter Days Ahead beat the New Lion. That was the form from the Champion Hurdle. So I think on the whole, you shouldn't worry too much about horses coming out of Cheltenham and coming to the Grand National. It's a good break, and that seemed to be proved yesterday, which is good. So
Simon, just quickly on the golf, Alan's got a couple of really good bets at the moment going on. I won't speak too much about it, but he's got Rory and
12-1
and Scheffler at a decent price as well. But I think they'll be top of the market now, won't they?
Incredible start by Rory, and indeed Scotty Scheffler just in behind him. In 5-2 Rory McIlroy, 7-2 Scotty Scheffler. 7-2 Scottish Scheffler. It's then 10-1 bar those. And I mean, golf fans, everyone loves the Masters. Great combination with Liverpool. To go into that day 2 with Rory in the lead, Scotty Scheffler hunting him down. Everyone will be hoping.
Justin's not far away. Justin Rose,
he's amazingly consistent. He's 14-1, and then the likes of Patrick Reed's 14-1. Tommy Fleetwood's only 18-1. He's on 1 under, I think. Shane Lowry is tucked away there at 2 under, 28.
What's Rupert's tip? John Rahm.
Oh my God, he had the worst run. I looked down to think which of the big players is out of contention. He's the one mass player. He's something like 100. He's 100-1 on the basis that actually he's still,
So Simon, will we see Newmarket next week?
I'm going to go to Craven on one of the days. I'm not sure I'll make Craven Day, but I'm looking forward to it. It's great to have the flat back, isn't it, properly? And then we look forward to the Guineas, which George Bowie is the favourite for the 2000 Guineas. With
Very
Bo
impressed
Echo.
last year.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
impressed.
But no, listen, it's great. It's a lovely time of year because we've also got the Scottish Grand National next weekend. And we've got Constitution Hill running at Newbury next weekend. So get down to Newbury to see that amazing horse in the Grade 3 John Porter. And then the following weekend is Sandown, where Dan Skelton and Sean Byrne will be crowned champions for both the trainer and the jockey. So and then we get into the Guineas. And we've got Punchestown. So loads of great racing.
Brilliant.
Loads of great racing.
Will Steve be allowed next week?
He's going, and he's going on his own.
No.
I don't know how he's going. I think the cracks are appearing.
I've
got a good lawyer.
Have a great day up there.
Cheers,
It's going to be
guys.
brilliant.
See you later, Simon.
And the Masters as well. Okay, 8:31. Ray Winstone still to come.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with the Coral Reward Shaker. With 100k of free bets available online each day, we're here for the National. 18 plus, max 1 reward per day. Reward restrictions and T's and C's apply. Gambleaware.org.
I mean, I know you want to be diplomatic and you're maybe tiptoe around it, but would you have gone in for the Tottenham job? Would you have taken it? Given what we've seen, we've watched Tottenham and everyone's sort of dancing around it.
You just mentioned something there, and this would be more important to me, and obviously the career I've had, it does pay well. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't look in for money. They could offer me a massive amount of money. I'm sure they're capable of it, and I'm sure, well, allegedly, they've offered De Zerbi a massive amount of money.
It would have been about
No, it'd have been about what you're going to gain me as a human being. What would I gain, right? You go in there, you get the job done. 6 games into last next season. If you're not in the top 4 and the football's not what they want, rubbish, get them out. So you're not going to gain a lot there, are you? So then, and that's if you get the job done, because it's not easy. And then you don't get the job done, and then somehow it's on my neck that I took Tottenham down. You go, well, that ain't good for me as a human. This is not even about football. I'm going, well, that ain't good, is it?
What do you reckon?
You know what I mean? So I go, and then you get some money, and I go, well, I'm not thirsty for that. I've got some money, so how much do you want?
You know the dynamic of the industry. We all know the two biggest commodities in football are talent and gossip, right? Or money and gossip. money and gossip, right? You must have
sad, isn't it, if it's an equal measure. Money and gossip beats talent.
Money and gossip was what I meant. Money and gossip, right? What do you think is wrong with Tottenham?
Well, I mean, I find it I find it really interesting from the outside. I know Thomas, and if I was a Tottenham fan, and I know a few, I thought the manager was getting a hell of a lot of heat and weight on that. And if I was Tottenham, I'd be looking at some of the players, me personally, I'd be going, hang on a minute, look at all this money they've spent. And money doesn't guarantee anything, by the way. It's another myth about football.
It's not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. week. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
.36 talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Shop the upgrade event today and get an extra £500 when you part exchange your car. Don't miss your chance to boost your valuation. Now, it is massive, absolutely massive night at the bottom of the table right here on talkSPORT. West Ham United take on Wolves in a relegation six-pointer, knowing a win would take them out of the bottom three, pushing Spurs into the danger zone. Wolves beat West Ham in January 3-0, but since then, West Ham have taken 15 points to keep the survival dream alive. Time to cross to, we're off to beautiful Budapest, where we can speak to legendary actor and huge hammer, Ray Winstone. Ray, very good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, boys. I've just woken up. I nearly forgot. I've been on a night shoot.
Oh, Budapest on the banks of the Danube, Ray, eh?
Yeah, it's a beautiful city, Al.
Yeah.
It really is. First time I've been here.
Well, two cities, isn't it? One's Buda, one's Pest, either side.
Yeah, I can't work out which one's what.
But you will be able to work out tonight. Hopefully you're going to see a telly, Ray. You got to see this game. What a game. How important is this for the Hammers?
Well, it's massive, but all the games that are coming up are massive, aren't they, really? Wolves are a good side. I mean, the kids doing a good job there, you know. They beat us 3-0 earlier on in the season, but that was a bit of a different West Ham then. What I love about the team now is the fight. I mean, that Leeds game, the FA Cup.
What a game.
What a game of football it was. And all. But what it done, I mean, we lost. And we lost to a pretty good Leeds side as well. But losing, it wasn't so bad. There was fight in the team, Al, you know. It was, and we played some good football. So, you know, it's hopeful, you know. I think Nuno's doing a blinding job there. You know, this team was dead and buried earlier on in the year, you know.
And certainly Danny Dyer was enjoying himself, right? I don't know if you saw
Danny loved every
He loved everything. I don't know what was in his. I don't know if there's coffee in his cup. I'm not too sure.
I don't think so.
That, but,
I don't think
it's probably a light hour, I think.
But no, just looking at the West Ham, it's a massive game. They're playing first ride. They can get points on the board tonight. Puts Tottenham back into that bottom three, and all of a sudden, you know, there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. It's a situation now. They've just got to give everything they've got, which they will do. It looks like they will, and I do believe Souček, when he plays that midfield, they look a bit more balanced in there. As much as he's getting old.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah,
he's the sort of player you need there, and he can get a go every now and then as well. You know.
And we need Somerville back as well.
Yeah, we do. But Traore the other night was fantastic as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he took up the reins from Somerville, and the way he was penetrating with the runs. If he just had the finish, if he could have that finish,
and the final ball, Ray, he's hot and cold, isn't he? When he's hot, he's sometimes unplayable, and other times you think, where did this guy come from?
Well, you wouldn't want to meet him down a dark alley, would you?
No, certainly not. Not down Canning Town one Friday night.
No, you'd stay right away when he's a lump. Yeah.
So, Ray, this is, I know it's been a terrible season, difficult season for West Ham and the stadium and all that, But tonight is a night where the Hammers fans have to give everything to the team, haven't they?
And I think they will. I think they give everything tonight. It's not an easy game. It's a tough game. They're good side walls. But I fancy us, you know. If you'd have asked me 8 weeks ago, we were gone, you know. But I think Mavropanos, at the beginning of the season and during the season, I was going, what is this guy doing, you know? And he's all of a sudden, I don't know what Nuno's done with him, but he's turned him into which he obviously always was, a fantastic centre-back, you know?
Yeah.
He looks the part now, you know. There's so many other players that are different. I was very disappointed with Graham Potter because I think Graham Potter's a really good manager, but something weren't right there, you know. The team weren't gelling. No one seemed to know what their job was within the team, but Nuno he's brought that together, you know. We look like a side now. We look like a football team, you know.
And Fernandes is a good player, right, isn't he, in midfield?
Yeah, top player. And you know what? He had a really bad first half the other night. You know, one of the worst games I'd seen him have. And then all of a sudden, in the second half and extra time, he turned it on. The kid, you know, found something deep inside him and, you know, started playing football properly, you know.
Yeah, Ray, can you work out how Tottenham are doing so bad? I speak to people in the game. They just they're shaking their heads in dismay.
There's something rotten going on there, isn't there? It's obviously behind the scenes there that something's not right, you know. But, you know, I don't take a lot of notice of Tottenham, as you know. You know, what will be, will be.
And how is the film going, Ray? Is it all? How long are you out there for?
What is the film, Ray? Tell us, give us a little bit about it.
If I told you how, I'd have to kill you. You know,
give us a little teaser.
It's nice. It's a funny one. It's for Netflix, you know. And I will give you one little taste. It's a horror film.
Ooh.
I've never done a horror film before, and I've always wanted to do one. And it's good fun. Yeah, with some good people, great crew, you know. So it's a nice thing turning up to work every day, you know, because I'm obviously scared stiff of the monster. You know?
So you're not playing the monster then?
It's like being at Cheltenham with you.
Oh, brilliant! So you're very many, just roughly many films have you done? You've done so many over your career.
Yeah, I lost count now, to be quite honest with you. You know, I've been lucky enough to keep working. You know, the last couple of years after COVID and the strike within our union, you know, it kind of slowed everything down a little bit. And I was quite thankful for that in a way, you know, just to have a little bit of a rest. But, you know, you get bored, don't you? You know, what are you going to do with yourself, you know?
Are you back in Sicily soon, Ray?
Yeah, I've got a week off or something, and I'm going down with the family for a week. So we'll have a little bit of time together.
And really, the gentleman's all done. It's in the can. It's sorted.
Yeah. Yeah, season 2's done, Al.
I love it.
I actually done some ADR work on it the other day, you know, putting some different bits on and all that kind of stuff. And I think it comes out in September.
I absolutely love it. Some of the characters in there are just magical. They're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
September, right. Ray, look, fingers crossed tonight, mate. I mean,
please God.
Hopefully you enjoy it and hopefully you get a result, eh?
Yeah, I know. I'm hopeful. I'm taking my wife and my oldest daughter out for something to eat early on. They don't know why we're going out early, so I haven't told them. So we're going out at 6 o'clock, and the game kicks off here at 9 o'clock.
Lovely.
And I'll be back indoors for 8:30. Already.
A bit of Bowls Blood Red and a bit of goulash. There you go.
No, tonight a bit Japanese tonight. I've had enough of goulash. Yeah.
Listen, brilliant. Enjoy, Ray. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ray.
Thanks, boys, and good luck.
Take care. Thank you.
God bless.
Ray Winstone. So many films.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many.
Oof.
So many. What was the first? I remember in the Scum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the day when he was young.
Yeah, Borstal, yeah.
That was
there's another one with John Malkovich I really enjoyed. Was it something to do with Mr. Rip?
But there, horror film. There we go.
I know, weird. Top guy, great company to go out with, you know.
Yeah.
Likes a sherbet. Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
We have another gooner coming up. Legendary jockey, top man, Sir E.P. McCoy, who won the 2010 Grand National, will join us, looking ahead to a massive day of racing from Aintree, and of course tomorrow as well, where Tony McCoy we're talking about, of course, and his governor, J.P. McManus, must have a great Saturday, hopefully. We'll have the latest instalment of the nation's favourite, Curse of the Commentator. Let's remind ourselves when newsreader Nick Ellaby headed out to the street to ask the punters about our Friday feature.
Have you heard this, Al?
No?
With just 7 match weeks to go, you can smell the anticipation here on the streets of the capital. Excitement, pure adrenaline, and more than a whiff of controversy. So let's get a sense of how people are feeling about the run-in. Excuse me, madam, do you have 2 minutes? We're just trying to see how excited people are for the run-in on Curse of the Commentator.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You excited for it tomorrow? I have no idea what that is, I'm sorry. The run-in for Curse of the Commentator.
No, mate, no.
Score Reset Gate, what the reaction is to that.
What do you mean about Score Reset Gate?
You've not heard of Score Reset Gate on Curse of the Commentator?
No.
Never heard of Curse of the Commentator?
No.
Trying to get some reaction on the street about Score Reset Gate?
About what?
Do you listen to Curse of the Commentator on talkSPORT?
No.
The excitement on the street about the run-in on Curse of the Commentator?
The running on what?
Curse of the Commentator.
I don't know who that is.
Well, as you can hear, the general public are struggling to contain their excitement as Curse of the Commentator builds to a thrilling conclusion.
Oh, talk about a build-up. You numpty, Nick. One of them guys there didn't know if he was at Euston or Glasgow Central, did he? Didn't have a clue. Jesus wept.
There must have been someone in
I'm not having that. That's bang out of order. 8:47.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
I am delighted to say the man from Hackney, 28-year-old Viddal Riley, European Cruiserweight champion, joins us live in the studio. Loving it. The belts, the spoils of war. Well done.
I just want to say, I was born in Hackney, but I am from Tottenham.
Right.
Yeah.
Better be diplomatic on that one. How was it for you?
It was a great experience being under a new promoter, new energy, big stage, just having the arena full to that capacity at the time as well, and just embracing my moment, just putting so much work in to get there, and just finally just enjoying being under the lights. It's been a year since I was out, since I was out again. So yeah, it just felt good to be back. It felt good.
Good. What kind of a step up was Masternak for you? Because this was a seasoned pro. He'd been in with Billum Smith. He'd been in with Tony Bellew. Hadn't won, but he'd been in with him.
Yes, no. Going into the fight, I never took him lightly. I never thought, okay, he's 38 now, I'm younger, that's going to be enough. There's a reason why he's been in the game this long. 50 wins, 33 knockouts. I'm going into the fight with 13 fights. There's no respectful reason for me to underestimate him. So I always knew it was going to pose this challenge, but I always knew that I could win in good fashion.
What do you think of this fella, Simon?
I thought it was a first-class performance. I mean, I think ultimately you talk about levels, and this guy was a European champion. Obviously, Viddal stepped up from English to British. He's doing it all the right way. English, British titles now at the European level.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How did you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Okay, here we go. 8:51. Tony McCoy coming up. Also, tomorrow night, the Gypsy King is back in the ring, and he'll be live here, right here on talkSPORT.
I'm the best British heavyweight there's ever been. I thought that you were done. I came back for one reason only, and that's to make boxing great again.
I hustle, I flex, the world is mine.
Boxing is the only thing that gives me purpose. I have to fight somebody dangerous. That is the power of Maguire! Oh, big shot! I'm looking forward to punching his face right in.
Tyson Fury
He's looking
returns
good, though.
for the
He's looking
first
good,
time.
Al.
He is.
Mm.
In 16
Lean.
months to face Makhmedov. Yeah?
Yeah, that'd do. Makhmedov.
Makhmedov. At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Tyson spoke to the media yesterday afternoon, and despite them being hosts of this bout, he didn't pass up the opportunity to poke a bit of fun at Spurs. Oh, steady.
But yeah, like to come back to England and fight here in a stadium at Tottenham Hotspur, let's hope I do a lot better than Tottenham are doing right now, because they're shocking at the minute. It's an unbelievable experience, you know, to have 60, 70,000 cheering fans for you on Saturday night. Makhmedov's never been in that type of deep water before. His legs might go before he gets to the ring.
Makhmedov, he picked him up, didn't he? So he's a strong boy, this Makhmedov.
He's a big,
he picked Tyson up because Tyson's no slouch.
No, it's going to be interesting to see how he does. Everybody's now looking. They expect Tyson Fury to win, and then it'd be who's next after that. Will it be AJ? You saw Wilder the other night, Al, call him out, didn't you? After the Derek. You know, they're getting on it. He's looking at probably one more fight as well, Wilder.
Yeah, no, not for me.
What, AJ, Wilder?
Nah.
No, everybody, look, all us.
AJ Fury, yeah, it should have happened years ago, but it hasn't.
All the
That'd be good.
all the British public want to see AJ v Fury, that's it.
Yeah.
And that could be their last fight going forward, and that's it.
I'm just looking forward to seeing Moses. I think...
he's the man, isn't he?
Oh, magic. Right, John is now looking ahead to the huge fight as the voice of boxing, Adam Smith. Adam, a very good morning.
How you doing, Adam?
Good morning, boys. Very well indeed. Looking forward to tomorrow night at Tottenham, another chapter in the heavyweight division. And really interesting listening to you guys because AJ Fury is a little bit too late, but it's still the fight that people want to see.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder calling out Joshua the other night after that barroom brawl with Derek. And then what happens when Fury gets back in the ring? Remember, Tyson hasn't won for some time. He had those two defeats, close defeats to Alexander Usyk, but the last victory was against Francis Ngannou some sort of 3 years ago.
Wow,
he fought
yeah.
Derek Chisora at Spurs before that and got the victory. But he hasn't been, I would say, sort of red-hot form. He's been out a number of months since the the Usyk fight. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Tyson's got left. If he's got the legs, the reflexes, the movement, he should have way too much for Makhmudov. But Arslanbek's coming off that win against Dave Allen. He can punch. Most of his victories by knockout. As you said, he lifted him up at the weigh-in. He's a big unit. And, if Tyson doesn't get rid of him, it could get interesting.
Adam, just before we go back on to the big fight, did you enjoy the Wilder fight? It was a proper brawl, wasn't it? I had people say to me, this is the best fight I've seen in years.
That's great, and that's what we want, right? Some people complained about Eubank Ben 1. I thought it was a phenomenal fight, the first one a year ago at Tottenham, just because maybe it wasn't the highest world elite skills shown on that night, although I thought Conor Ben was really good in the rematch. It was a fantastic fight, and ultimately, boxing's about entertainment for me. Wilder and Chisora have been around them for forever. They owe us nothing, and what they did last Saturday night wasn't pretty, but it was really good fun. It was entertaining for the fans. Everyone went home happy. The two of them were well matched. It didn't really matter by the end who got the nod because they both put their all into it. Yes, it was a bit slow. Yes, they're getting on, but it was all the fun of the fair. And, actually they dug deep and they gave us a real show. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
And Conor Ben back in the ring, Adam. So he looks very sharp, what I've seen so far on the TV. But what is the undercard like?
It's a terrific undercard. Yeah. Ray, he was brilliant, I thought, in the second fight with Eubank Conor. That was his big night. Obviously, we know all about the fallouts and the split with Matchroom, and he moves on for big money to Zuffa, and that's Conor's choice. Obviously, it's left some bad taste, but he said some good things about Eddie and Matchroom this week, and let's hope that one day in the future that will sort itself out. For now, it's about Conor Ben in the ring. He's got this fight against Regis Prograis, which is really interesting. I think Regis, of a couple of years ago, really, really good fighter, former world champion, quality operator, clever guy. But Regis has got to go up in weight. They're fighting at a catch weight. He's had short notice. He's very confident that he's better than Conor Ben, but I believe that Conor Ben, with the momentum, the size, the strength, the home advantage, all of that will have too much for Prograis. So, look, good couple of fights there, Fury, Makhmudov and Ben and Prograis. And the two on the undercard that you should look out for, TKV defending his British heavyweight title against Richard Riakporhe, who is a former really good cruiserweight, but looks maybe as though he could be even better at a heavyweight. That's a really interesting fight. And also Justice Hooney, who was so good against Fabio Wardley for so long before walking into that right hand. He's back against Fraser Clark, who badly needs a win. So that's a good couple of heavyweight fights to back up.
Adam, what a fight that was, Clark against Wardley. That was one hell of a fight, the first one.
That was. The first one, exactly, at the O2 was absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, Fabio won easily in the second fight. That was a bad knockout for Fraser. Plus, he didn't get the win over TKV. So Fraser Clark, with all that amateur pedigree, badly needs a victory. We'll see what he can do against Justice Hooney, who was so unlucky. You had to feel for him, but you'd never write off a puncher. And Fabio found that right hand from the Ipswich gods at Portman Road. And he's back in the ring in a few weeks against Daniel Dubois. So it's all happening in the heavyweight division.
Brilliant. And one guy we've forgot, maybe he's slightly injured at the moment, young Moses.
Moses Atama was brilliant a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he was fantastic against Jermaine Franklin, staying undefeated, doing to Franklin what AJ couldn't do, what Dillian White couldn't do, and that was to stop him with an incredible uppercut too. I think Moses is the future. He's a fantastic fighter. He's a great young man, and I think the world's his oyster.
Yeah, you do like Moses, don't you?
Oh, well, I think he's electric, absolutely electric. I think he's ready now. Adam, listen, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Adam.
We'll talk later.
Cheers, guys.
Brilliant. Voice of Boxing, Adam Smith there.
Right,
we're talking
in at the end, didn't you? You said he's injured. He ain't injured.
No, he was injured, but he's But no, he's
you're right.
He's dynamite.
Powerful.
Dynamite. Right, Sam Matterface coming up and Cuss the Commentator and the champ, Sir AP McCoy.
Sporting had previously won 17 home games in a row across all competitions. Arteta was interesting on that. Arsenal looked at that record and thought, oh yeah, watch this.
That's when you have a difficult period. I think the best thing that you can do, instead of talk a lot, is observe. Look around you and see how people react. How they talk, how they look at you, how they judge you, what they do. Do they look at themselves? Do they start to criticize other people? Look around and you're going to learn the environment and the people that you have around you. And I cannot be prouder to work in a club with people that the only thing they could do is ask, what else can I do to help? And when you have people like this, I don't know if it's going to take another week or two, but something good, it will happen at the end because we deserve it.
There's a smirk that's almost a little giggle from Simon. Why?
I just think it's a new way of communicating that doesn't really resonate with me. I mean, players' jobs are to perform in every single game as much as they possibly can. And what you could ask the away travelling fans was how they could have been helped on Saturday with the embarrassment of losing to Southampton. You know, those circumstances. But what it does prove is that the idea that you've got to take each game in isolation. Every game has its own connotation. The cup final against Man City was a 50-50 game in which Arsenal didn't play well in the second half. The cup quarter final was a poor performance. You and lots of people yesterday were referring to the fact this was a very difficult task. I thought Arsenal would get a result. I thought Arsenal would come back from that game with the very...
Football fans all have stadiums we love. But do any of us have a pitch that we love? It might sound like an odd question, but pitches can be different sizes with big consequences. Why is that? And what are the actual rules? Back when association football started, pitches could be up to 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe for international matches, which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs had been rebels, not intentionally, but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury, for example. It was 5 metres shorter and a metre narrower, meaning away sides had a challenge to adjust. White Hart Lane was exactly the same. And actually, when Spurs temporarily moved to Wembley, they asked the FA to shorten the pitch. The FA, very offended by the sacrilegious suggestion, said no. Which, in fairness, could have actually benefited Tottenham because when they moved into their shiny new stadium, the pitch was exactly the same size as Wembley's. Today, Forest pitch at the City Ground is a big one. It's 2 metres wider than any other pitch in the Premier League. But the smallest of all, Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 wide. No excuse for not tracking your man. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too. At Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. At least they don't play on a slope like Newcastle do. There's a 2 metre incline on the pitch at St James's Park. And don't get me started on the old pitch at Yeovil too. It used to be a slant of 2 metres corner to corner and across the halfway line. So UEFA have their standards. So do the FA, but they do give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long and between 45 and 90 metres wide. I mean, the rules state you can't have a square pitch, but in theory you could have one that's 91 metres long and 90 wide. Imagine rocking up to play a Sunday League game and the pitch is basically a square. So there are rules and regulations on sizes, with a UEFA standard that roughly everyone follows. But as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
You know, that's a big game tonight, isn't it, West Ham? Whoa. And all the Tottenham boys will be watching as well, won't they? Thinking, oh, no.
Yeah, no, it'd be a message.
Morning, we're here with Arnold Clark. Buy a used card and get a free 2-year service plan. Plus an extra £500 when you part exchange. Shop the upgrade event today. It's talkSPORT breakfast, but you'd be forgiven for thinking it was Country File an hour or so ago. I was very, very sad. The old dodo bird. You know, that getting killed in over... The dodos, yeah. They killed them all, didn't they? Not good.
No.
Not good.
What year was that, Al?
It was 16-something.
62.
Yeah, it was shocking. Shocking. Clubbing these poor birds that can't fly. Still to come this morning between now and 10, one of the greatest weekends, and it is in the sporting calendar to come. We're treated to both the Masters and the Grand National. Join us very shortly to build up more to the racing this weekend. A man who knows the very feeling of winning a Grand National, Sir A.P. McCoy, will be with us. And we're on the home straight of everyone's favourite Friday competition. That's right. We'll have another instalment of Curse of the Commentator. I don't know where that train came from the other day that Nick was interviewing and said, what? Curse of what? Curse of what? Who? Disgrace. Plus, don't forget to vote for talkSPORT Breakfast. Now, this is important. Don't forget to vote for talkSPORT Breakfast for the Trick Awards, the TV and Radio Industry Club. We're up against the numpties from White and Jordan and Drive, this numpty bar. Vote for your breakfast now. You've got to vote for us. talkSPORT Breakfast, please, in the Trick Awards. Right, a big weekend, the Premier League to come. A huge chance for Arsenal to extend the lead at the top of the Premier League. That's right, the Gunners. Tricky game. They take on Bournemouth tomorrow, lunchtime, and could be 12 points clear of Manchester City by the end of Saturday. The game, of course, will be live and exclusive for you on talkSPORT. Now, can Arsenal, Ray, they can't afford to drop any here, can they?
No, they can't, no.
Even a 1-0
Especially being at home.
one.
Especially being at home. Look, the crowd are very happy in the week. I know that, as I said before, Sporting was in a great run of form at home. And they went there. Look, it wasn't a great game. 0-0, they'll settle for 0-0, to be fair. But brilliant goal from Havertz. It really was. I mean, Martinelli coming off the bench as well, cut inside. And it's all about first touch in football, Al. You know what it's like, being a striker. And his first touch was immaculate with his right foot. And
that's where Bergkamp was.
That's where the momentum with his left foot just passed it into the net in the end. Yeah, Bergkamp was a brilliant first touch. And it sets yourself up. I always say to kids now, make sure you practice your first touch. Find the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Kick the ball against the wall. The ball always comes back to you, and then you learn.
Both feet
if you can. And if you can do that, that'll give you a much more. It gives you another couple of seconds to think where the next ball going. As much as you should know when you're professional. I'm talking about youngsters, where you can look up and see who's available when you've got good first touch. But
Ray, I tell you what's interesting. You probably didn't really. You said to me earlier there in the break. You said, "Who's going to score for Arsenal?"
Oh yeah.
Well, Arsenal have scored just 2 goals in the last 3 games. 2 of those games being them crashing out the Carabao and FA Cups. Could this be a problem?
Scoring goals?
Yeah.
Well, of course it's a problem because you need a good back four and you need a good goalkeeper. There's no doubt about that. But you need goals as well. We was always lucky to play with unbelievable strikers, Al. I mean, we had Ian Wright back in the day. Then you had obviously Thierry Henry and Nicolas Anelka, but Dennis Bergkamp. You can put him as a forward. Then you had Carnu, you had Will Tord. You know, there's so many good forward players. Francis Jeffers was even there at one stage. You can
Fox in the box.
He could bang you a goal in when you needed one. So the options off the bench was unbelievable when you was chasing a game. So whether they got the options now, Jesus comes off the bench.
He's gone quiet. Saka.
Yeah, Saka. I've said, look, he needs a goal to get his confidence up again. He's just lacking a little bit of belief at the moment, it looks like. Look, he's had a few injuries this year as well, but he's not been the same player. But you're going to get stages in your career when you go through that. A little bit like Foden as well, Man City. You know, he's going through that little stage where he just needs a boost to get him going again. And probably Saka's the same. But look, Al, of course you need goals win you football matches. But I remember going back, we said this a couple of weeks ago, in 97-98 season, in March time, we picked up 13 points out of 15 and we only scored 4 goals in the whole of March. Didn't concede 1 goal. We drew 0-0 with West Ham, 1-0 against Bolton, 1-0 against Wimbledon, 1-0 against Man United, 1-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. So, and we went on to win a title. So it's not all about, it's just winning football matches at the moment. As Stuart Pearce said earlier.
At this stage of the season,
just get over the line. You know, it doesn't matter how you win a football match. Doesn't have to play brilliant.
Arsenal will, I do. I think they deserve to as well, Ray. I'm just thinking, what if, that's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, some news coming out of this morning out of Arsenal. Reports suggest Arsenal expect to be open to offers for both Ethan and Werry and Miles Lewis-Skelly this summer, and we're talking about maybe 100 million for the pair. That's too much, surely.
Well, no, I mean they're great prospects, aren't they?
100 mil for
Skelly's probably just he's not had a great time lately. He's just fell away from that first team a little bit. He's got a lot of people in front of him at the moment. And Capia, who's come in, he's done a really good job on that left hand side. You've got Calafiori as well. So I feel for him a little bit because you're a young player. You went through that little bit of stage where your form ain't great. A lot has happened in his career very quickly, Al. I mean, scoring a goal for England, playing for your country at a young age. So it might have just caught up with him a little bit, but he's just got to keep working hard and see where it takes him. Wanyeri's on loan at the moment, but he's a top player as well. A really, really
and you're really
great
happy
talent.
with young Max, aren't you?
Oh, Max he's doing different class. 16. People forget he's only 16. It's amazing. He changed the game. He changed the game when he came on against Everton. He looked like...
And was getting back and helping out.
Yeah, and he scored that first goal. As I said before, his family must be so proud to watch him, has gone through the ranks and all that. And he's a really good, grounded young kid. So he's going to be a real prospect. Look, things can go wrong still, as in football. You know what it's like. Al, you had a poor injury, didn't you, yourself?
Yeah.
Injuries can affect you.
A gradual injury.
But I think the technology now is a lot better from when you was around, I should imagine. But he's got everything going for him. He's just got to keep working hard, keep, and he's going to make a difference as well. And he's a real talent. Absolutely, could be one of the best players ever. But yeah, Arsenal just got to get the job done tomorrow, and it'd be the atmosphere would be really good over there. They know they're nearly there. And they've got some.
Just talk about prospects because I'm intrigued here. I can think of one or two at Ipswich, but Arsenal was the one or two absolutely stars who just didn't make it in the end. If you get an injury at the wrong time, it can just destroy your
do you know
career.
what, Al, as well? You need a bit of luck along the way. You need a little bit of luck. I mean, I'm going back to my era when I was playing. George Graham probably watched 6 or 7 reserve games. And he would go, the late George Armstrong was our manager, and he would go by him as well. But if you played well when George Graham was there, you're always in the back of his mind as players. And then obviously you go train against the first team sometimes as a youth team player. And then you shine a little bit there.
Bobby Robson used to watch.
They always push you.
Not every game, but he'd watch a lot of youth team games, Bobby Robson, Saturday morning.
Yeah, well, you should, because that's the future. You've got to see who could adapt and who can maybe push into that first team squad. Because you want your youth academy to come through, don't you? It saves the club a lot of money by not.
Well, talking about a lot of money, Ray, this brings us to my next point. So we're talking about Arsenal. An article in the back of the Times this morning has caught our eye, explaining that Morgan Rogers from Villa is looking set to leave Villa this summer, with the Gunners, one of the top clubs, showing strong interest. £80 million they're talking about.
Well, if that's the case, then you'd be looking at Odegaard maybe moving on or someone like that, wouldn't you? In that number 10 role.
I like Odegaard.
But you got Eze still there as well. I like Odegaard. Always wants it in tight areas. Really good on the ball. I think Saka probably lost out a little bit because they used to have a little good understanding together on that sort of little triangles they played. But they've got to loosen the. If you're going to go and reinvest in players, you've also got to let a few go as well, because your squad gets too big, and you ain't going to be able to play everybody. So I think that's where the juggling act comes in for the clubs.
Odegaard roughly?
He's got to be about 27, 28, isn't he? Something like that.
Would Pep be interested in him? Where Bernardo Silva
leaving? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
He's that type of player, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. He's a ball player. On his day, he can be brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So they've got Marino who's injured at the moment as well. They've got Havertz who can play in that little sort of role as well. So they've got a lot of players in that position at the moment, but I'm sure there'll be a few leaving, and you always got to freshen your squad up. You've always got to bring in new faces into that squad. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. But they ain't worrying about that yet, Al. All they're worrying about now is getting over the line and trying to, do as well as they can in Champions League as well. But obviously the Premier League is the one you want to win.
Okay, so AP McCoy come up. We can talk football, Arsenal. We can talk racing,
golf.
GP.
He loves his golf.
He loves
AP.
his golf. He'll be delighted with Rory up there as well at the Masters. Coming next, 9:16.
Harry Maguire turns like an ocean liner, and they take a time to turn, and you see that in an instance, an £80 million footballer that can't move.
Bit harsh, Simon, a bit harsh.
I didn't like that from Simon. Yeah.
Well, he's certainly silenced those critics, hasn't he, in his
Simon,
performances for the last couple of seasons, Gabby?
I felt sorry for him because he wasn't at his best, but it got to a stage where it was bullying, online bullying of Harry Maguire. Everyone jumping on the bandwagon, setting up reels of every little mistake he did, when you can do that on every player in the world, the mistakes that they make. And then you had pundits being harsh. Roy Keane was harsh. You've heard Simon there. A bit overkill, to be honest. I'm happy for him. Amorim didn't play him enough. He's had his injury problems, but since he's come back into the team under Michael Carrick, he's been one of Manchester United's best players. New deal, back in the England squad. And I think he'll go to the World Cup and hopefully has a good World Cup for his country.
Like you mentioned there, he fell out of favour under Erik ten Hag. Like you mentioned, struggled for game time under Ruben Amorim. But, he's enjoying a revival under Michael Carrick, starting all 10 matches since his appointment in mid-January. Also, now he's signed a new one-year contract to the club with the option of an extra year extension. And bearing in mind he was out of contract at the end of the season, Director of Football Jason Wilcox says here, Harry represents the mentality and resilience required to perform for Manchester United. He's shown such great mental strength, and that's really what needs to be applauded.
100%. I mean, a lot of other footballers, maybe the younger generation, probably would have crumbled with the online bullying that he received.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
This is talkSPORT, 9:21 Friday morning with Ray Parlour. AP McCoy coming up, but first ahead of Liverpool's game against Fulham tomorrow. Some big news out of Anfield. The club confirmed yesterday Andy Robertson, who's been a great servant,
brilliant,
will leave this summer after 9 glorious years. It was Hull he came from, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Robertson's exit means Alisson and Van Dijk are the only members of Jurgen's 2019 Champions League winning 11, due to still be at the club next season. Arnie Slutson speaking this morning about the great defender.
What I remember most about him probably is the intensity he's always playing with, and we've learned something about intensity 2 days ago. But I can also remember Robbo making a press from the left fullback position to the right wing a few years ago. I showed that to my players that I was working with back then, and won everything over here. Served this club for so many years, really loves this club. So it's been a great 8 or 9 years, 9 years for him at the club. But I think it's also we saw also that this season he didn't play as much as he was used to. Still a lot, but not as much as he used to.
Yeah, Andy Robertson, Celtic maybe.
Do you know what? I think Van Dijk's missed him at left back. I know Kirk he's a good player and he's come in, but they had a really good understanding on that left hand side.
There was a period,
and he looks round. He looks sometimes Van Dijk sees him.
There's a period he was struggling, Kirk but he's getting better.
No, he's getting better. But Andy Robertson, such a consistent player. When he gets down that way and the balls he puts in, real quality. So he's been a brilliant player for Liverpool. Absolutely superb.
Right, we're heading closer and closer to one of the best events of the year, the Grand National from Aintree, and it's live right here on talkSPORT.
This year's national, and the starter has sent them on the way, and a big cheer. Flying I am Maximus for Willie Mullins has sprouted wings here, and it's going to be a win for I am Maximus and Paul Townend.
First all round, Tony McCoy, JP McManus, John O'Neill, don't push him on the national.
We have history! The first lady jockey to win the Grand National.
Sorry, I don't mean to be so emotional, but it means so much to all of us.
Nick Rocket and Patrick Mullins has come through to win it, and it's Nick Rocket, the little pocket rocket, has come through to win.
Yep, Aintree tomorrow. The country will stop to watch the horses fly over the national fences over the extended 4-mile trip. I think today's tough racing. From Red Rum in the 70s to Tagarow, back-to-back in 18 and 19. Who could ever forget 2010 Grand National when the Ledge? So AP McCoy finally won the race aboard Don't Push It in his 15th attempt in the race. Delighted to say the man himself, AP McCoy, joins us now. Tony, morning.
Morning, Tony.
Morning, lads. You all right?
Oh, very, very good. Tony, let's start a quick one with the Arsenal, because there's so much to talk about. You love your golf as well. The Arsenal, tricky little one against Bournemouth, but should be okay?
Yeah, I think they should be okay. I thought they were pretty solid the other night, so I did against Sporting Lisbon. As I said, I keep saying, we're all experts. Well, you are, but when all us fans that think we're experts in football know everything and know what managers should be doing and what players should be doing. We've all got our opinions, but they had a couple of blips. Hopefully they're over that. And I suppose the main thing is now that, I mean, it'd be great if they beat Bournemouth, and it won't be easy for City to go to Chelsea, will it? So that will have a big bearing. But you shouldn't really care what any other team is doing. You got to concentrate on yourself, do your own job, and if they do that, then they'll be all right, won't they?
Absolutely, Tone. Just looking at the golf as well, before we go into the main event, you enjoying the Masters, Rory? What a performance! Yeah,
but look, there'll never be anyone in golf like Tiger Woods, but the nearest thing to it, I think, is Rory McIlroy. And you watch him playing yesterday, and he hasn't been in the greatest of form, but it is probably the first time since whenever it was 2011 when he had that blow up that he's actually played Augusta and enjoyed it. Yeah. Because the weight off his back. I know he's defending champion, but it's a lot different being defending champion to try and win a major you had in your grasp in 2011 and then not being able to win. So look, it's a big ask, but the way he's playing, and I say with that monkey off his back, you never know. He's in a good position. He's made a great start. I think being out this afternoon is probably not an advantage, but I think he'd be the most popular winner for me anyway.
Absolutely. Scotty Scheffler's there as well, but it's only day one, Tony, so we'll wait and see. Tony,
it's a great watch.
Just on yesterday, Lulamba many people's banker of the day, never mind the meeting. It's just one of them things. Well, Nico had no option, did he?
Well, he had an option. He could have stayed on, but that happens to us all. Al, there's plenty of times when I fell off plenty of horses, and you think to yourself, I actually fell off a horse halfway up the run-in one day in Fontwell, and there was no jumps. So, so it can happen. And it's one of those things you think, when you look back, you think, oh God, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? But it's a split-second decision. It was just when the horse, his hind end came up high and his front end went down low, and gravity he just speed and the lack of speed is what chucked him over his head. But it was big disappointing. They went on to win with Django Bay. That's what makes good sports people. They have a disaster and then they go out and win the big race afterwards. So it was good racing yesterday. It was good racing yesterday, and it's good racing today again.
Tough today, yeah, Tony. Tough today.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. The big races today. Hartwood won the Ryanair at Cheltenham, and he'd probably be very hard to beat. There's the race for the professionals over the Grand National fences. Willie Mullins is a couple of strong ones in that. The Cheltenham and me and El Artique that Paul Townend rides. So that'll be a good spectacle.
Hey Tony, how good was that? That horse just the name.
Unbelievable.
He's counting.
That was on? He won at Cheltenham in a canter. The bookie on the rail said he'll win even more. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Barton Snow. Yeah.
So where does he go now? He must step up in class, surely.
Well. The way he won yesterday, you'd be thinking he actually won last May in Cheltenham at 100 chase meeting over 2 miles. Then he won the 100 chase at the festival 3 mile too. Back in trip yesterday. He's got a rating of 145. You wouldn't be surprised if they're thinking about actually aiming him towards next year's Grand National. He looks a lot better than that level of a hunter chaser. I mean, hunter chaser is what is for the amateurs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And obviously the lad that rode him was an amateur, but he looked like a horse that could definitely go up in grade the way he won at Cheltenham and the way he won yesterday. So
how cool was the jockey as well?
I thought he was cool. I thought he was really cool I thought he was really cool yesterday, but he was even cooler at Cheltenham. But yeah, it's a great story. I think the man that trains him only has a couple of horses, Joe O'Shea. So great story. Yeah.
I think Simon said he was 50-1 out for next year's Grand National. But going on to that, Tony,
yeah.
I mean, is this wide open, this Grand National? I think, as I said before, there's I think Rupert Bell was saying, of all the people who tip in all the horses, everyone picked a different one.
Yeah, do you know what, Razor? It's like everyone says, it's a very different horse race than it was. When I rode it in 1995, I rode a horse for Martin Pipe called Chatham. Richard Dunwoody was a stable jockey at the time. And these are those things you can't even say anymore. But I remember asking Richard Dunwoody about me riding him. He said, yeah, you should ride him. He said, but he won't get round. Do you know what I mean? But it was a Grand National, and that was just the thing you thought if you got round. My first few Grand Nationals was the thing, the lads would come in after this and think, oh, how'd you get on? I fell at whatever, or I got round. No, you did well, you got round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very different horse race now. It's a better, it's a very good horse race now. You need a very good horse to win the Grand National. The likes of, those horses that ran in last year's Grand National, I Am Maximus, Grange, Clare West, or Rocco. I think those are 3 horses that will be thereabouts. It could suit the horses up near the top of the weights. The Twig is down the bottom, is going for a £500,000 bonus because he won a William Hill Beecher chase, and they put up a £500,000 bonus if a horse wins both races. So that'll be interesting there. But I still like I Am Maximus. I still think he's the.
No one's talking about him, Tony.
No, I know.
It's like the Irish National. The favourite was back down to 6-1, absolutely bolted up. Everyone's forgetting about I Am Maximus.
They are. Willie Mullins is a really strong hand, and JP is a really strong hand as well. If I was riding from now, I probably would ride I Am Maximus. That doesn't mean to say I'm right. He's got Johnny who won at Cheltenham for John Joe. John Joe's brilliant at staying chases, so he is. So he will have a chance. Jaguar and Iroko, trained by the Greenhalls, definitely got definitely big players. Jaguar was unlucky not to win the Cheltenham. Iroko ran well in the race last year. Percival Galwal is Harry Cobden's ride. He has got a strong hand, but I still think that I Am Maximus might be the one with a little bit of class.
Tony, we'll let you go. You got another busy day.
I have a busy day, Riz. I have a favour to ask you. Liz, who's been working for the Jockey Club for the last 20 years, is a big Arsenal fan. and I have to get you to do a little video for her. So just the fact that I've actually asked you live on radio means I'll be thinking of her, Razor. So you can
text me later, Tom. Text me later.
Thanks, Razor.
Same, mate.
Have a great day, champ. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
Tony
Cheers,
McCoy
lads. Thank
there.
you. Bye-bye.
Loves his golf as well. Okay, 9:31.
Cucurella has said one or two things that you might have thought would have landed him in similar trouble, but hasn't, whereas Fernandes has been punished. Where do you stand on this? Is it impossible for Fernandes to wear the Chelsea captain's armband again, or is it no highly likely that he will, in view of what the noises are coming out of Chelsea?
No, I think if you get punished and you take it the right way, then he can change and get better and wear the armband again if he has lots of qualities that the manager sees in him. I quite like the punishment. I do feel for the manager at the moment. They've been on a bad run, and he's getting a bit of unfair criticism. It's a lose-lose, really, because if he doesn't do anything, then he's looking like he's not being disciplined enough, and someone will criticise. And if he does it, and then they lose to Man City without arguably one of their best players, their captain, and it's like, why you punish him? Could have fined him, whatever. But I think from a player's perspective is how I always look at it. I think when I've had managers that show a real firm hand to players who you wouldn't think would be treated that way, and I could give you examples, it makes everyone else go, whoa. I remember Houle when he got the sole job on his own and he went, bum, he got rid of Incy straight away. Didn't want him. Nobody couldn't believe it. He was captain. I remember Neil Lennon was a legend at Crewe, and he messed around one day, sneaking his car down to the training ground we were supposed to jog down. It was like part of the warm-up, and he'd hide his car at the pub.
Every spring, sports fans in Europe come together to celebrate arguably rugby's biggest annual tournament, the Six Nations. But why is it the home nations, plus France and Italy, and no one else? It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. A few years later, when they could field a team, Wales decided they'd host England, and an idea was thought up. With Ireland keen, they formed the Home International Championship, which ran from 1883. In 1910, France was allowed to join, as they were developing into a serious rugby nation, and thus the Five Nations was born. France had an interesting history with the championship. They were actually booted out for paying their players in 1931, when the home nations were keen to keep it amateur. After World War II, though, France were let back in, but it remained a closed shop for more than 50 years. And when another country was let in, it was only really because the Five Nations hand had been forced. Italy was developing into a serious contender, beating Scotland, France and Ireland twice in the same year, meaning in 1999 officials got together and said yes to Italy, and it became the Six Nations. So what changes, if any, come next? 7 nations? 8? A promotion and relegation system? Or should we leave it alone and let it remain the great rugby tradition it's become?
9:37. Okay, finally after the international break and the FA Cup quarter-final, the Premier League is back. Let's preview some of the games across the talkSPORT network this weekend in Curse of the Commentator.
And it just don't matter now, 'cause little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Little by little, the wheels of your life, they'll
Shocking. Good morning to talkSPORT's chief football commentator, Little Sam. Sam Matterface.
It's got to be. It's got to be a horse in the national, little something.
I'm going to find. We've got
to find a horse.
There used to be one little O. There used to be a little O. There's got to be a little somewhere.
That's the one, L.
Right, where have you been this week, Sam? What's happening?
I went to Madrid on Tuesday night.
I heard you.
What a fantastic game that was. Did that with Stevie G and Steve McManaman. It was a brilliant, brilliant game of football. And I went to Palace last night, who were terrific, I thought, especially in the first half. Second half managed it a little bit more scrappy. Could have conceded a goal, but ended up scoring one in the 90th minute. And they go to Florence next week with a fantastic 3-0 advantage.
Olivia enjoyed it there as well, didn't she?
No.
I haven't seen it, but I have been told about it.
No, that's not fair. Breaking news on talkSPORT.
Oh, yes.
Gabby Burnlehor has fallen off his line bike.
Do you know what? He sent us a message. He said, sorry, I'm late this morning. I've had a bit of a problem with my line bike.
Yeah, he's fallen off.
Oh, darting in and out. All sorts of problems. He was trying to outrun a London bus, I think, or a milk float, one of the two.
A milk float. Ernie. All right, Ernie, morning. Right, it's time to play a Predictor game. Curse of the Commentator.
I put a spell on you. Cause you're mine.
Right, it's time to play a Predictor game. Curse of the Commentator. A quick reminder of the rules. Ray and Sam both have 20 seconds to give us predictions for 3 games across the network, the talkSPORT network this weekend. For each match they get 1 point, correct result, 3 points, correct score, and a 1 bonus point for naming a goal scorer. The scores at the moment, not bad. Ray, 47. Sam, 40.
Yeah, got a few points last week.
I did get a couple of points.
Coming back. Okay, so we're going to let Sam go first. First up, West Ham take on Wolves this evening. What a game. Live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Sam, how did you see this one?
Okay, so this is a must-win for West Ham. They have to win the game. So I'm going to go for a West Ham victory. Wolves have really picked up. I was at their last game, which was such a long time ago. It almost was in a different season against Brentford, where they were 2-0 down and they came back and they drew 2-2. So there is a bit more about them under Rob Edwards. There's no doubt about that. He's done a very good job. But they're 13 points from safety. West Ham have to put pressure on Tottenham Hotspur by winning this game. I think they will, but I don't think it'll be easy. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham, and Jared Bowen, who scored more goals against Wolves than anyone else, then
He hit the beans on toast a couple of times.
He did.
Leeds,
I'll go with him.
He's a good player. Ray, how do you see it, mate?
It's a must-win for West Ham, as Sam says there. I think the crowd will get right behind them, like at the end of the Leeds game where they really stepped up and the players showed a lot of spirit against Leeds and looked like they was dead and buried, and they come back and nearly got there in the end. It's more of an important game. I know Wolves will go down, but it's a more important game for West Ham. I'm going to go for West Ham win as well, 2-1. I'll go 2-1.
2-1.
And I was going to go Bowen, but who else can I do?
Traore?
No, let's do Fernandes.
A little birdie tells me Traore's been told to stop doing what?
Well, that's Dino. Dino Saunders.
Don't give
he
up.
Texts me. He texts me. He said he's playing better because the manager stopped him doing weights. Yeah. Dino knows.
Here we go. Second game. Arsenal take on Bournemouth tomorrow. Lunchtime live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Banana skin, maybe. Ray, you're up first.
Yeah. Again, like West Ham, a must-win for Arsenal, being that they're playing first. Put the pressure back on Man City, who go to Chelsea. But it's a difficult game. Bournemouth will go there and make it difficult. I think Everton went there, nearly got a result. Played really well against Arsenal. And Arsenal, people say they haven't been playing great. It was a good win in the week against Sporting. I've got to go with an Arsenal win. I think Bournemouth might score, but I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. Goal score, this is where I went, how do we go for? Saka's due a goal, and he might give him a massive confidence boost if he gets one. So I'm going to go Saka.
Okay. Sam, 20 seconds.
Bournemouth are unbeaten in 11 games. They could be 12 games unbeaten if they get something from this game. And the way to get something from this game is to draw it, because they draw almost every single match
How
right
are they
now.
doing it, Sam? How are they doing it?
They just draw matches. They will not be beaten. I think I was at their last game as well, which I think was against Brentford, where they ended up picking up another draw. They've 15 draws in the Premier League this season.
It used to be like Palace. Palace always used.
Yeah. So I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for 1-1 here. And I'm going to go for Eli Junior Krupi.
Krupi. Okay, right. Final game. Final prediction. Here we go. And this is important now. You say it's going to be a draw.
Don't say that.
Sam, Chelsea against Man City, the bridge.
Well, Man City are going to win.
Yeah.
Because they always do. Chelsea haven't beaten them since 2021 in the Champions League final, and since then they've got nowhere near them. They've drawn a couple of games. There's been a classic 4-4, but apart from that, really, it's been one-way traffic. They played brilliantly against Liverpool. They were very good in the Carabao Cup final when I saw them. They're free of European distraction now. They'll win. 3-1 City, and I'll go Haaland.
3-1 City, Haaland. Ray?
Yeah, I can't see past the City win. I'm a little bit worried now. Sam said Bournemouth are going to get a draw, and that could really put the pressure.
Well, that could happen.
Yeah, no, it could happen. I know, exactly. But it's down to Arsenal. But, Chelsea, a little bit hit and miss. They can beat any team, Chelsea, on a day. I mean, it's just you don't know what Chelsea are going to turn up. But Man City, with the momentum they're in, with beating Liverpool and winning that Carabao Cup, they will win. I'll go 2-1. And I'll go Semenyo. He scored a really good goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, well, the reverse psychology for me, because it'd be great if Chelsea could get 3 points, but I just can't see it because they'd look a little bit cream cracker, to be honest with you.
From a City point of view, if you think back to all the games they were leading and just let it slip away towards the end, it must be driving Pep mad. Now they're beginning to play again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they'll be looking back at that early part of the season thinking to themselves, if they had picked up more points, this season would be a very different looking season, because they could win the FA Cup. They've already won the Carabao Cup and they're chasing Arsenal in the league. So, be interesting to see what happens at the end of the season there.
Do you think he'll stay or you think he'll go?
Well, the rumours are that he might well leave, but obviously there's a long way to go, and there was a lot of rumours last year that he might do that, and the year before. So look, it will come to an end at some stage. I think there is more of a succession plan in place now than there was before, if he does decide to leave at the end of the season. But certainly those conversations are starting to happen now. City want clarification.
Okay, Sam, hopefully Lineback Gabby will make it in on crutches.
He pays for his own line bikes? I'm not sure he does. Don't pay for anything else.
No, he does. I think he gets the card out, yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll claim it back.
Exactly, yeah.
He's a tight arse. Yeah. He'll claim it back. That concludes Cuss the Commentator. Don't go away, by the way. 10 o'clock, Sam coming up with Crookie and Linebite Gabby. Right, where are we? 9:45.
No, I think Gabby's spot on, Alan, to be honest. I think if you make that decision now, there's a danger that United don't finish in the top 5, don't get Champions League football.
Why? Because he relaxes, or because the players take their foot off the gas?
It happens sometimes, doesn't it? It happens.
Well, that was going to be my next point. I think if you do make that decision, then there is a danger maybe the players relax and take their foot off the gas. Obviously, from what we're hearing from Ahmad and Brian and Boomer, they're the players that are very much behind Carrick. They would say that. They're not going to say anything different in a press conference environment. But there's some tough games to come. I'm going to be at Old Trafford on Monday. Leeds, the visitors, never an easy game. Obviously, a big rivalry between the two. They've still got to go to Chelsea, who they're competing with for the top 5. They've still got to host Liverpool, who are right up there in terms of the Champions League as well. Sunderland away has been a difficult trip for a lot of teams this season. And then Brighton away on the final day. So it's not a given yet that United finish in the top 5. So I think just keep their powder dry. What I would say is quite telling is that, as I understand it, they've not yet sounded out any potential alternatives for Michael Carrick. We're 6 weeks away from the end of the season. Obviously, plans are for the summer transfer. We know Carrick has been a part of those conversations. So I think certainly he's in the box seat.
I think as well, there's even when they do give it him at the end of the season, they don't need to give him a long-term contract, though. They could literally look at a 1 year, 2 year deal and see how it goes, can't they, Crookie? Because, no offence to Michael Carrick.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Okay, coming up 10 minutes to 10 on talkSPORT Breakfast. Ray Parlour alongside me. Ray, what are you doing the weekend?
I've got a bit of a birthday weekend, you know.
Have you? Oh, yeah, Sir Ellen. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so we'll be going out, I think, tomorrow.
Hold on.
I don't know about today.
You've got a weekend like that every weekend.
I know. But, well, we make it even more special out this weekend. But, no, I'm going to take it up. Look, sport this weekend is one of the best weekends. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
You just ride a cup. You've got Augusta. You've got Grand National, obviously, is a massive race. The racing today is brilliant as well. You can't beat sport.
It's hard to do,
I love live sport. You just can't beat it. And as much as you like films and all that sort of stuff,
it's really hard to do.
I love to watch the unknown. What's going to happen? Some cracking football. Obviously, Coventry are nearly there, aren't they, as well?
Yes.
I just saw Frank on the old doing an interview day for Coventry. They got Sheffield Wednesday this weekend, so no disrespect to Sheffield Wednesday, you should be winning that game. So they're nearly there. They're nearly in the Premier League, which will be magnificent for Frank. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in the Premier League. How he deals with it. But yeah, a great sporting weekend again. And then just take it easy, really.
Yeah,
bet yourself.
I'm in front of the telly.
You got to. I mean, it's probably one of the best weekends, especially golf. I mean, golf is going to. And you've got some unbelievable bets going as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind being on McElroy and Scheffler.
I'm going to have one little bet today.
And Rose, Justin.
Hartwood, I'm going to back that today. Hartwood.
Well, they said that in the paper here, haven't they?
330. It's no price, but I think he'll win.
Yeah.
And Teddy Blue.
Let's have Teddy Blue goes well.
Well, I'm hoping for Dave Evans because he's won a lot of money for them.
Yeah, 225,000 he's won.
And don't be worried if he's at the back. He came from a different county.
But it's all about the fences, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can get round, as Tony says there.
It's hard racing, so go easy.
Competitive.
It'd be great. And then the golf all night. I won't go to bed till midnight.
Well, what time's the first tee off today? Obviously, the guys who had the early start,
tea time.
They had the benefit, you see, didn't they? You've got a bit more harder in the afternoon.
I think
Scheffler, he's off early today. So I think he could motor up that leaderboard out. I think he's 2 under at the moment, and he's couple of shots off the lead.
There's just something about him, you know. He's there or thereabouts,
he looks like he's not flustered at all, is he? He just goes out and he's not bothered about it really. He's just going as a game. He don't think it's all gusty. He don't think.
Interesting to hear what Rory said. He said, "No, I'm still nervous."
Is he?
That surprised me.
Well, he's done it now. But when you haven't done it, the first one is always the hardest.
Rory's just got to get his driving. I say he's played brilliant. But if he can get them driving off and take advantage of the par fives, right?
Yeah.
Then he's hard to get back.
I think he only hit 5 fairways, didn't he, out of 14?
38%, I think it was, something like that.
So that's got to be. If he can do that a bit better, yeah, you're right, Al. His short game is brilliant. His putting is fantastic. But he does get himself out of trouble quite often, doesn't he? Them little low shots, the punch shots through the trees and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, magic.
He's brilliant at it. He's absolutely fantastic. And he's a natural, absolutely, like Tony McCoy said earlier. Nearest you can get to Tiger, probably.
Absolutely.
All day long.
Okay, we touched on Robertson at Liverpool, Ellen the show, but here's a reminder what Robertson achieved in his career. He'll leave Anfield after 9 years. 9 years, brilliant. Over 375 appearances and having won every trophy available. What about that for a career, Ray? Did you win every one?
What's that, Al? What listening?
Rob won 375 appearances.
Did he?
For Liverpool. And he's won every trophy available.
I didn't win the Champions League. That's the only one we was missing for us. We won League Cup. I won the League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, Cup Winners' Cup, I think it was, UEFA Cup. Cup Winners' Cup.
He came with Maguire, didn't he, from Hull?
Who's another great player who's playing tonight, who come from Hull? You get that. He's playing tonight. There's a clue for you. Another great signing.
Of course.
Bowen. He come from Hull City.
Of course he did.
All the fantastic players who play for Hull. Who did I play for, Al? Hull City.
I love the do you know the way he strikes the ball? He's hardly any backlift. But he is he's deadly.
I can see Robertson going Celtic though, can you?
Yes, I think so.
Obviously, Tierney's still there as well, isn't he?
Tierney's had a great career. But I think the injuries caught up with him a little bit.
Yeah, quite.
But he still gives his 100%. And Andy Robbo, he's an East Kilbride boy, Celtic man, so maybe...
Great delivery from that left-hand side. Bombs on, decent defender as well. And I'm sure every single Liverpool fan will say what a servant he's been for the club.
Yeah, good luck to Andy. Ella in the show. But here's a reminder of what he's achieved. So, every trophy. I'm just double-checking that. Huge news from the Breakfast Show, Ella, this week. Here's Shaban with all you need to know.
talkSPORT Breakfast has officially been nominated for the best radio talk show at the Trick Awards, but we need your help, please. Where else would you get jokes between Jeff and Ali that nobody else gets?
Just seen former chess grandmaster Gary Kasparov in the cafe, Jeff. I asked him to pass the salt and pepper. It took him 26 minutes.
Yep, still don't get that one. Where else would you get incredible historical insight from Ray Parlour?
The party they must have had when they won the war.
Yeah.
Because we all would have been German now, wouldn't we? Blasé, wasn't he? Winston Churchill. He went for things and we think, whoa.
God, he loved a bevy, didn't he?
Well, obviously the cigars, and it could have gone either way, but it was unbelievable how they took chances and it come out on top.
Churchill loved a bev. That's history right there. Where else would you get Gabby Agbonlahor proving that he can't spell some of the easiest words imaginable?
And that word is bolognese.
B.
Jermaine.
E.
What?
E.
No.
There's no E in bolognese.
Poor Gabby. Miles off it. The boys also know how to pull off interviews with some of the biggest names around. Just this week, we were joined by Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard, who gave a very honest opinion on the current state of his former club.
It was really worrying and concerning the way Liverpool did crumble, and also even more alarming what the players are saying after the game, saying there's no fight, we gave the game up. Worrying times, I must say.
But more importantly, breakfast radio is all about waking you up the best way possible. And what better way to start the day than with a bit of singing on talkSPORT.
Don't waste your time on me, you're already the voice inside my
hand.
Gold! Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe it. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but you.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else.
Wow.
The way that you flip your hair gets me.
Let's get Alan karaoke.
But when you smile.
Oh, how to kill a show.
I tell you, you got your new suit ready, Al, so when you pick your award up?
No. No, I've been there too many times and you get let down, so no. But it is a public vote, this one.
Oh, wow.
So we need your help. Voting will determine the final shortlist, which will announce in May ahead of the ceremony in June. Vote for breakfast here at...
It's your birthday as well, June.
15th, yes.
There we go.
Right, vote here at the poll, which is trick.org.uk. Trick, tric.org.uk. Entries close at 5 p.m. on Friday the 17th, April 2026. It only takes 30 seconds, so please give us a vote, because I'm already told there's a bit of skullduggery going on with the other shows. They're all getting all their mates, their aunties, uncles, we can't let that happen. It's got to be done properly. So I'll give you it again, poll/trick.org.uk. Right. Jeff's back on Monday alongside Andy Townsend. Up next, Sam, Alex Cruz and Linebite Gabby Bonler. Ray, have a great
Cheers, Al. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, and thank you. Really enjoyed the last 3 days. Should be back all well on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday again next week. So have a brilliant weekend. Enjoy the golf. Enjoy the Grand National. Be lucky.